Welcome to the New World Order Exploration Forces. This will be session 2 of a little mini campaign we're going to entitle A New Beginning. Basically using the white box fantastic medieval adventure game for the core rules with some classes made up by me to implement for showing like early American, early 1500 era explorers is what this is based on. And we begin on the morning of the third day as our new settlers and explorers and scouts and priests have landed on this undiscovered land. They have their ships moored out into the ocean there. They've unloaded a bunch of their supplies. They've already started jumping in and meeting and exploring the new things on this land, things they've never discovered before. But as we start out on the day of the third morning, as some of the watchfires are burning down from the night, some of the settlers and also some of the Sergio Sanchez's military guys that are on watch are coming in that morning as the sun rises. And we go behind the encampment where the tall grass is, where a couple of our settlers discovered that there's some type of vine in this tall grass that seems to be attracted and attacks. But anyway, we see a set of eyes shining and watching overnight. Then we see another set. And by that morning, there's 8 set of eyes that appear to be coming from some type of humanoid standing there about 4 foot tall or a little bit over 4 foot tall. But as the sun begins to rise, one pair disappears, 2, 4, 6, 8. As they all disappear in the grass, you see the grass waving back and forth, and then all of a sudden it just stops that quick. And if you were close enough, you would hear one word muttered out, Disakash. Then you see this fine dust float up in the air as we go back to nothing but the tall grass swaying back and forth and moving. Crystal, I'm going to start out with you. You're returning. If you can tell me about who you're playing tonight, about your character, what class he is, and if you can give us about a 2-minute recap of session 1.
Last time on New World Order Special Forces, or whatever they're called, arrive in a bay. Danny plays with his cards. Yeah, I see that you work. There's a friendship between these two. A priest comes up. I need you to collect us some fresh water, so I can perform a ritual. Or in the grass when the grass attacks them. The next day, a tree camp. But maybe it isn't. Maybe Danny's eyes are just messing with him. Flash of a big spider coming down to attack Tulio as the priest shoots the spider. Then a scene of Danny in a cave collecting a sack of spider eggs. Finally, a scene of Tulio walking away as a man that they're chasing has seemed to have disappeared into the grass. Danny and the priest going to look for him, but then finally a flash to the evening with the priest performing the soldiers that died. Danny selling his sack of spider egg, or giving a sack of spider eggs to the Imperial Watch for research, and the priest with a strange instrument, giving it to the try and figure out what it does. And now we're back with a new cast on this second episode. A new cast of adventurers that have come to this island. And the character that I'm playing today is not Danny, actually. A his lady rises from bed as the sun is coming up. She has a tattoo on her lower forearm that says Shawshank Redoubt, and there's a date written right below it. And she gets up, a German Shepherd who is asleep at the foot of her bed lifts his head. She says, "Addie." He puts his head back down, but actually doesn't close his eyes. His eyes stay open. He seems more relaxed, but still looking around for alert. She shifts around, getting breakfast ready, feeding the dog, finally polishing up her armor and her boots, getting everything strapped on and ready for the day, as she's pretty sure that that Sir Eric Paladin, the mayor of this establishment, is probably going to ask them to explore out around the village some more. They're still new here, and there's still so much that's happened. She heard tales of grass that attacked some soldier, and she's not really sure what to think of that. I mean, she's never heard of grass attacking anyone, but then they brought a huge spider back to the camp that night, and she's never seen a spider that big. She never even thought such a thing was possible. So she straps up the last leather of her armor. She says, "Heel," and her dog jumps down next to her and goes to her side as she walks out of the soldier's tent and puts on her helmet, ready to see what the day holds for her.
All right, perfect. Thank you. As we jump over to the next player, which will be you, Daniel, if you can tell us about who your character is going to be this evening.
I'm playing Sister Mary Margaret Marilyn Malone. She's a young acolyte who's come to bring the true word to the savages that clearly live in these foreign lands, and to get away from her family that she doesn't really like very much.
All right, perfect. Mike, tell us about who your character is and his class and what he's doing here.
I'm playing Salvador Fuentes. Salvador is an explorer. He's been here. He's hoping to start a new beginning. He eagerly awaits the establishment of a village because he's got a wife and 2 children that are waiting for him. And as soon as he feels that it's safe enough for them to come, he will do that. He's a rather industrious soul and is working very hard because he knows the harder that he works and the more advanced the village gets, then the quicker he will see his loved ones.
All right, perfect. We start out on day 8 as the sun is beginning to rise over the ocean and across the 3 ships that have brought you to this undiscovered land. Progress has been made in this weeks of time. Some of the lumber that was brought on the ships with you all, you've built enough shelters to put up, and enough, some of these scholars have built them a tent where they're starting to look at some of the wildlife and some of the things that have been brought in for them to study. We also have the mayor of the settlement, known as, his name is Eric Paddleton. He himself is a scholar, but he's a very well-dressed man who's brought his best suits and best things, and he's more of an intellect than having any common sense for things. The appointed military commander is a small a Spaniard type gentleman by the name of Sergio Sanchez. He's good at his job. He's very truthful, very upfront, though. Unfortunately, he lost 2 of his soldiers in the first session. One to a spider, one to this assassin vine that appears to be growing somewhere in this tall, tall grass behind the beach. One of the lead scholars is Kelly Kauai, who is having some of her other scholars check these items that were brought in by 2 of the other settlers last time. But as we start out this morning, you have your breakfast to get your day started. It's warming up very quickly. The mayor comes and finds you 3. Good morning. How was your breakfast? Is everything going okay? We've been so busy, I have not been able to visit with everyone these past few days.
I have been fasting to bring good tidings to the new village.
Oh, that is perfect. Perfect. I myself do that sometimes, and when you look at him, you can see he's a very healthy, rotund individual.
Well, I hope you don't mind, because I've been eating her extra rations. So, figure she's not eating them, then I might as well. He said, "Good to see you, sir. Hope everything's going well with you."
Yes, Salvador, it's going excellent, and that's fine with you. You need your nourishment and your vitality for things that your job requires. That is no issue. We've been catching plenty of fresh fish, and actually found some fruits and things that have been brought in from beyond the tall grass.
When Valentina sees the mayor, she actually stops at attention and salutes him, as this man has been appointed by Banner Garagoli. Was that
the emperor
his name?
Correct?
Yeah. So since he's the emperor, then you salute him. Basically, to her, she, like, this mayor's like, chief at arms or whatever you would call it, So she salutes him and says, "Sir, Valentina de Torre, trained at Shawshank.
Is Crystal breaking up real bad for y'all?"
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'll restart.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Mary, about the undiscovered land? As far as, do you really want to be here, or would you ever be back home in the Empire?
I'm anxious to see the world. Having grown up on very strict parents, so this was my opportunity to get away when they sent me into the nunnery after my sister Molly Malone died. So I saw this opportunity to get away rather than being trapped in society.
That is perfect. I think it will come in handy with you and your beliefs and things. You will definitely be able to help out with Father Gordon.
Yes, Father Gordon. He's a good man.
Mic check. 1, 2.
Yep, try it now.
Mic check. Test.
Sound good?
Yep, that's better, I think.
Yep.
Cool. So I was saying that she stands up and she salutes the mayor and says, "Valentina Torre, from Shawshank Redoubt."
He looks at you and notices, the first thing he notices, the tattoo that maybe you don't prominently displayed, but it's just there for people to see. And he takes notice of it and he goes, "Oh, I don't know much about that. I've heard Sergio talk about him. I understand you received quite a bit of military training there, though. Is that correct?"
Yes, sir. I trained there uh, for 6 months. They, as a scout specialist, hence the crossbow rather than a gun. And she kind of like it's like on the heading of like, you know, acknowledges that it's there.
Yeah, he looks at you like he doesn't have a clue what any difference would be between weapons with him not knowing much about weapons. And he just, "Oh, but yes, that's a good choice. Very, very, very good for things you do." And he pats you on the shoulder and he starts opening up a leather-bound book of notes. And some of them kind of fly off in the wind as he's catching them. And, "Well, you know, we've made such progress here on getting a base camp set up and things here on the beach. Luckily, there has not been any more attacks on any of the settlers at night, or none of the vines there behind us." And he points behind all the tall 4 and 5 foot grass that settles in behind off the beach there. But I don't know if y'all were aware, you know, that some, I guess, of the local natives were encountered last time by a crew of our settlers. And in fact, they shot and killed one of the soldiers of Sanchez's there with some type of evidently poisoned dart or something. But they tried to track them down, and we, of course, went into a cave and met a very large spider. I'm sure you've heard the story and know that. And of course, you attended the funeral. And Sister Mary, I'm sure you said a few words there with Father Gordon, but I don't know. I would like for y'all to. I've got a couple groups that are scouting out and looking for things such as water sources or any type of other food sources besides the sea and some of the fruits and things we found. Of course, once we push on inland and find some decent soil, we can set up a settlement there and hopefully be able to start some gardens and things of that such. But only thing I would have to say to you is to just go out and venture, but be careful. Take plenty of supplies with you, and you know, take stuff for camping and all that. But just as you head out, whatever direction you want to go, and see what you can find, and report back in a timely manner in a few days.
As Martin and Cortez, those were the two that were killed in the line of duty.
Oh, yes, thank you. Y'all would know by looking at this map. Maybe you can see it good enough. The one is your home base, is right here. You would know each of these big blue hexes are roughly just a mile across, a little over a mile, actually. This is dark green is a forested area where they traced and tracked and tried to locate the dwarf, and they run into a cave system right here in this forested area. You would know this lighter green is what has been dubbed as the tall grasses that have these assassin vines. Of course, the blue is the ocean that you come in off in. But any direction y'all would like to go is fine by the mayor to investigate and see what you can find as far as possible resources to move on further inland.
Well, I'll leave it up to where I should go. I'll leave it up to Valentina.
Yeah,
she's a scout, right?
Yeah. And I was going to say, like, I think it makes sense if Valentina had a map like this of the area. Like, I assume that they would have given them to, like, soldiers and scouts, right?
Well, there's really not much maps. I mean, there's not much been discovered yet. I mean, you would know the direction of where that forested area was, where they tracked the small, and you know this area of all these tall grasses around you. That's pretty much all you would know at this point.
She'll say that since she'll say, well, I figure since there have been some scouting to where that grass airport is. I figure I don't want to go there. Maybe I'm sure how far we can. They did just a little scouting already to the northwest, so I say we set east and see what lies out that way, so that we can get a better idea of our complete surroundings.
You're breaking up real bad, Crystal. I'm catching parts of what you're saying, but it sounds like something is just draining your bandwidth terrible.
Let me turn camera off. 1 second.
All right. But I'm catching half of what you're saying. Trying to.
1 second. I'm gonna turn it to audio only. Okay, is that any better? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4, 5,
I think that's better. So let's try it.
Okay, cool. So she says that since they did some exploring to the north, and that's where that dangerous grass was, and she's not sure how safe it would be to go through there if the grass really does attack people. And they went already to like the northwest, like that's where they brought that giant spider bat. So she suggests that they go to the northeast because they haven't actually had anyone sent out that way yet.
If you look here, though, you will notice.
I can't. I don't want to be wrong.
You can't see this map at all.
No, I took the
turn it back on. Yeah, turn it back on real quick so I can show you this map real quick so you can see one thing that you'll need to know.
Okay.
Let me know when you're.
All right.
This light green area. This light green area. All this is that grasses. So I mean, you're pretty much surrounded any way you go by these grasses. You're gonna have to go through them certain areas. Either any way you go, they surround the beach area, which is the yellow. Just to let you know, you're going to have to go through the tall grasses no matter which way you go.
Okay. All right. Looks like the beach. Hold on, let me turn the audio off again. It looked like from the map, it looked like the beach goes up northeast quite a ways before they get to the grass, right?
No, it would only, the beach only goes inland maybe a tenth, 2/10 of a mile in, and that's pretty much where y'all are at.
Okay. Well, I guess we could go up as much as we can up the beach. That way we know like what lies in the beach area, and then we'll travel through the grass when we have to.
Yeah, and you are correct about the forested area and where the cave system where the spider was. That is pretty much due northwest.
Okay. All right. So since we have this grass, we know this grass is there. Would there be machetes in this camp? Could I possibly get a machete? All of us, maybe even.
Oh yeah, there would be some you could take with you to help.
Okay. So yeah, before we go, I'm gonna head over to whoever hands out supplies, and I assume it's a fellow soldier, right? So I'm gonna see if he'll let us get 3 machetes.
I don't think that's an appropriate thing for a lady to do, to cut the grass. If you don't mind, I'll restrain from that activity.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Then I'll get 2 machetes. I mean, unless you also have a problem with cutting grass, sir.
Me? No. I just assume burn the whole thing.
Yeah, I hear ya. But
I don't see why we haven't burned it already.
I completely agree. I'm pretty sure the mayor, though, wants to try to, I don't know, preserve the land or whatever. It's weird. If things are going to try and kill us, we might as well just kill them first.
Well, at least open up the area so we can see what's coming.
Completely agreed.
I said, but yeah, I have no problem. I'll take the sister's share.
Okay, cool.
I'll just work a little harder.
All right, so I'll go and get us 2 machetes.
While you're in process of getting some gear and equipment together, Valentina, Sergio Sanchez, which I say you know is the pretty much the leader of the military portion of the settlers, he comes over to you and he says, Valentina, good to see you. I understand you're heading out on a expedition to try to locate resources and see what lies beyond the tall grass.
Yeah, and she, of course, salutes him as, he's the superior officer. And she says, yes, sir. That's what Sir Paddleton has just assigned me to.
Well, that's what I understand. And see, it's just you three going. I'm going to send Rodriguez with you. And you see behind him a tall, young, Spanish-looking guy. He's probably about 6'2", 6'3", but he's very slim build, wearing some chainmail and holding a musket and a sword at his side. And he's standing there at full attention. He doesn't say a word, but Sanchez says, I'm going to send Rodriguez with you too, in case y'all run into some things you would need more help with. I understand you and one of the explorers is going, and one of the priests, but you may need some more firepower,
Yeah, especially with that priest. She seems a bit lazy to me.
Well, I don't know her, I've seen her around, but she seems to be pretty astute in what she does, but that's.
Yeah. Well, with Rodriguez with me, and of course Dogmeat here, and her German Shepherd is still by her side. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make it. That other guy seems all right.
Yeah, and he Sanchez gives you a quick salute back as he continues on with his daily duties, of course.
All right.
So y'all want to go northeast? Is that what I understood?
Yeah. And can I get a machete for Rodriguez as well? So.
Oh yeah, he's whatever equipment he needs, he's gonna have.
Okay. So he said within a few days. So I'll go ahead and get like a machete and a tent and 3 days worth of rations.
All right.
And then, of course, I have a water skin. So
I will also do that, but not the machete.
Yeah.
All right. It's probably by now. It's time you get your gear together. We'll say it's roughly 10 a.m. or so as you start out on your trek. As you enter, do you want to try? Of course, I know you can't see Crystal, so I'm going to get Daniel and Mike to make a decision on this. Do y'all want to try to skirt along the ocean side itself and stay in much of the sand as you want to? Oops, wrong way. This way, and maybe stay as much as you can out of the grass? Or do you want to just shoot straight across and go across the grass area?
I'm all for the beach.
All right.
Yeah, I hear nasty things live in the grass, so.
Perhaps we can collect some clams or such on the beach and have a delicious meal.
Yep, y'all start out on the beach there, and it's warming up very fast. Any of you that are wearing armor and stuff are going to be sweating probably fairly profusely by the time an hour or two comes in, but it's not enough to do anything to you as of yet, but it's warming up to be a pretty hot day. You continue along the area of the beach, and you see out the ocean, this pure, clear water of it is flowing in off the ocean. You see fish jumping out into the ocean, of course, and things, but seems to be pretty quiet as you move across. You go about roughly a half a mile, and you start to see this tall grass again. It's flowing. It seems to be an area that you're going to have to walk through for sure.
I assume I'm making a map as I go. So if we see fish jumping out of the ocean, if it's like kind of a lot of fish in one area, I'm going to mark that on my map so that I can tell the governor later.
Exactly. Perfect.
Before we get to the grass, I will stop the group and I'll say, this grass seems to be in partnership with the devil. I will send Tony Hawk to scout out, and then I send my hawk just out over the grass to make sure there's no obvious threats inside the grass.
Yeah, your hawk settles out across over the grass, and you see him, circle around a few times and maybe continue on a little bit further as he circles, and he's gone, maybe 10 minutes, and comes back and doesn't give you any type of sign to indicate of anything that appears to be out of the ordinary.
Okay. I feed him a hawk treat, like a Scooby snack, basically. And then I say, all seems to be clear, sir. And then I salute. I salute Valentina.
Yeah, but you don't salute correctly, so she kind of looks at you and like rolls her eyes. That's seriously a thing. Like I know army guys that like, no, you don't salute like that. You do it like this, and like.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So she's gonna take out her machete, and she'll move towards like where the grass is, and she's gonna tell Dogmeat to stay, and she's gonna hold up her hand to the rest of the party so that they'll kind of stay behind, and she's gonna move up to the edge of the grass there with her machete, and she's gonna go ahead and chop at it and see if it does anything.
No, the grass itself is easy to chop into and cut into to make a path. There's no resistance from the grass itself at all.
She kind of like chuckles to herself, like attacking grass. Like, what was I thinking? And she says, "All right, it seems okay." And then she will continue to hack at it, and Dogmeat Hill. And he rejoins her side. And she'll move ahead of the group about 10 or 15 feet, helping to clear a path. And I'm going to guess that maybe like Rodriguez would be behind her since he's in chainmail and all.
Yeah, he's staying 15, 20 foot behind you as he's, knocking down some of the grass that you may have missed.
Yeah. And then since then the other two PCs, of course, can be wherever they want.
How would Sister Mary and Salvador, how would y'all see these two that are spaced out about 20 feet apart as they're hacking through this grass?
I would get close to Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'll hang behind. I'll hang behind a little bit, but keep clearing. Make it a little bit wider. Doesn't like these channels that we are forcing ourselves into.
Yeah, you continue then spacing the area through Valentina as you continue. You go through this grass, and then you see it turns back into, you see part of the beach again, a sandy area of the beach. It seems like this grass is not growing there at all.
Beach ahead, Rodriguez. Looks like there was no attacking grass. Can't believe I almost fell for something so silly.
Yeah, and you would see that he's very militaristic. He's very yes ma'am, no ma'am, and he goes, yes ma'am. I noticed though, if you look to the north, the grass continues that way, or I guess we can continue along the beach here, along the shore. Whatever your orders are, ma'am.
Well, Sister Mary here seems to have her heart set on clam dinner, so guess we'll continue along the beach and let her look for clams.
Yeah, and you would, like I say, it's turned back into to sandy beach area as you're following along as close as you can to the ocean there.
Just out of curiosity, is it like white sand or yellow sand?
It's it's not white. It's more of a light touch of yellow, you would say, to it. I mean, it's very fine, and it's a very pretty sand, very clean.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so we'll continue along the beach for now, and maybe be able to tell, how long it is up, exactly. And if I see any more what seem to be okay fishing spots or anything like that, I'll mark that up on my map. I'm also going to mark, of course, like where that grass is and like, the trail that we kind of made so that, people that if they want to come out here later, it'll be easier for them.
Yeah, you follow the beach area probably for another, we'll say 10 minutes or so. And then it turns back into this not tall grass, but this low to medium dark, lush green looking grass that you've never seen before. It appears to be like more of a just an open plains land, open grassland, and it seems like looking it would go back to the north and the northeast. This grass would, and you see just on the other side of it, there's more beach area also on past this lower portion.
If this grass is like different, like a dark, lush green color, could I determine if that means that there might be like fresh water or something around?
Let's see the scout. Does he have anything to do that?
I have observant, but I don't think it's really for that.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, you could. Anybody would have a 1 in 6 chance if you want to try that.
Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, also, I checked the balance of my dice earlier, so I know all the dice I have are balanced. And 1.
Yeah, you would think with this type of grass that has changed, and with it being, of course, the tall grass was pretty lush itself. But and you heard rumors maybe there was some kind of underground spring that was feeding it. But seeing this different type of grass, you would know there's got to be something that's feeding in to keep this grass alive. I mean, it's very pretty. I mean, it's 6-8 inch tall grass that seems to be growing and just opens up into a open field area.
Okay, and it's just an open field. There's not like a forest around?
Nope, you don't see any forest. You just see open plains land that's going north and northeast.
Okay.
Looks like you chased away the demon, sister.
Perhaps they sense we are here following the proper path.
So it is God's will.
It is.
Salvador, as you and Mary are standing there talking, you're along still in the sandy area of this beach and in the close to the ocean, and you're having this discussion. About the same time, it surprises you as it comes out from under the sand. And about the time maybe Mary points that way, Salvador, you turn and see this huge, never seen one this huge before, this huge crab lunge out as you're surprised. And it lunges at you with its first claw and misses. It misses with the second claw. So now we're just going straight initiative if everybody wants to roll D12. And I'll go down the line. Daniel, what'd you get?
10.
All right. Miss Mary at 10. Crystal?
2.
All right. And what about Salvador?
9.
Lead us out, Valentina.
How far away am I from this crab?
You were ahead of them, so you're probably a good, I'm going to say at least 40, 50 feet ahead of all of this, maybe 60.
Okay. All right. And I do see it attacking Mike's character. I can't remember your name.
Salvador, yeah. I mean, this thing is huge. Salvador. I mean, you've never seen anything this big before in your life.
Could you guys do me a favor and write your name one more time? Because I had to restart earlier, and now I can't see it.
Get your index card and a pencil and write them down.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move up as much as I'm able to. I assume I would have had my well, no, I had my machete. Well, once we got to the beach, I probably would have taken my crossbow out again. I mean, it would have made sense that I would have had it at the ready in case anything happened. So, so I'll move up as much as I'm able. My movement is like not rushing, just as much as I can combat. My total weight's 63.
I'm not worried about all that. You're going to be able to
12.
You're going to be able to move. You're going to be able to almost get there. You're going to be 20 foot away from actually where Salvador's standing. I'm going to say.
Okay, so when I move up my combat movement, then I will take the shot with my crossbow.
Yep, you're about 20 feet from it.
All right. Let's see. And so because of my scout, I got a +1 to my dex. And scouts, they don't get like a special to hit, or did they?
Not
I didn't put it in my notes.
At level 1, you don't get a bonus to hit. I mean, you get the
Okay.
You get the archery expert and the stealth attack, but you're not using that. So.
All right. So yeah. So I have a 17 total.
17 will hit it.
And it does 3 points of damage.
Yeah, you see your bolt encase into it, but you can tell that this thing is probably pretty tough hide, but it does make impact for sure.
Wait, the light crossbow does do 1d6, right?
Well, let me look back.
I think
1d6.
Okay, I wanted to make
1d6.
Yeah, so 3 points of damage. Okay.
Yep. You see, we go to this thing now, this giant crab, it has lunged at you, Salvador, is maybe Mary. I don't know if she's sitting there yelling or it has frightened her, but it lunges back towards you again, Salvador, if you being the closest thing. Ooh, that's not good. One claw misses bad, the other one will be a nat 20. Ooh. Let's see.
That's
Pro
not good.
Salvador. Let's see what is going to happen to Pro Salvador.
Guess I'll be playing Rodriguez at this point.
Hey, this is good. This is one of the best ones that can happen to you. In a good way now. You see this crab, it reaches out and grabs your arm, and whatever weapon you're holding in your arm, it just pulls it out and slings it 10 feet away from you. But you also take 5 points of damage as it pinches down on you. So you've pretty much been disarmed.
Yep. Well, as I was holding onto the machete, I'm sure that's what left.
Yep, it's gone. And then we are up to you, Salvador, as this just happens.
I am going to take a couple of steps back, kind of recoil, and kind of flailing to grab a weapon as he's a little surprised, a little shaken by this right now. So he's trying to basically saber rattling at this point, trying to get it out of the sheath.
Do you want to jump back and get a weapon and then try to attack it, or are you just going to pretty much...
I'm just going to pull back right now.
Retreat back, okay? That's fine.
Can I stick my dog on him?
Yeah, see, I forgot to ask about what they were going to do. So, yeah, if you want to, that's fine. If you want to have them attack this round.
Oh, that doesn't do anything except add to my attack bonus, right?
No, if the dog is going to attack, he can actually make an attack.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. Rex
he gets a +1 to hit. The dog does.
Well, not with that roll. He doesn't. Yeah. So Rex is snapping and snarling, probably just as surprised as I am by the whole thing.
All right. Sister Mary, you see all this transpiring of what has occurred as it comes up to you now.
Okay, so I see my companion in trouble, so I'm going to draw my musket from my back, and I'm going to fire into this thing.
All right.
And I'm going to say, "To hell with you, beast of the sea!" Oh, 18.
18 hits it.
Oh, all right. There's no bonus.
Wait, you shot your musket though? Roll me a D10.
10.
Yep, you're good. That's good. As long as you don't get a 1.
All right. Okay. All right, here we go. D6. damage, 4, and does d6 plus 1. I think so. 5 points.
Yeah, your musket takes a big chunk of this creature out of its shell and stuff as it explodes out, but you see it's still moving towards you and Salvador, of course, since you two are the close. But you see the soldier that is up where Valentina was, and you see him pull out his musket as he's going to take a shot at it. Let's hope you don't get a... Nope, you don't get a 1. He misses terribly with a 2 on the die as the shot just flings off somewhere and you don't even know where it went. So we're up to the next round, D12 initiative.
Okay.
And let's see, what about Mary?
4.
All right. What about Valentina?
Also a 4.
All right. And Salvador?
5.
Wow, it's almost in a line for everything. The creature got a 1, so it is going to... Let me see what it's going to do. It's coming towards you, Sister Mary. As it sees you a threat now. And it reaches and moves towards you and comes with 2 claws. And your AC is going to be good enough to block both of them out of the way.
Right.
As this thing misses you. You see the soldier standing back there, and he's reloading his musket as he rolled a 2, so he's reloading this round. And we are up to the 4s, Mary and Valentina.
Go ahead, Mary.
I'm retreating back because I need to reload my weapon.
All right.
But Hawk is going to defend me as well. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep, Hawk's defending, so okay.
Valentina is going to tell Dogmeat to stay, and she's going to drop her crossbow. He's still about 20 feet away, right?
From you, yeah, roughly 15, 20 now.
All right. So how is he positioned towards me? Like, is he, like, am I at his side or his back or what?
You would, it's coming straight on. I mean, it's coming, you're facing the front of it. Its claws and pinchers are coming your way.
Okay, cool. I'm going to run up 20 feet, but if I can, what I want to try and do is I want to try to get around to the side of this thing, and I want to try and jump up on its leg and like attempt to climb up, like up on its back, basically.
So you want to run and try to climb up on this thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Let's see. Roll me your dex with I will just do a d6 tonight. Just roll me a d6. If
Okay.
you got do you have a dex bonus?
+1.
Yes, okay. That's fine. I'll adjudicate it from there.
All right. So I rolled a 4.
You run and take a leaping jump. Do you have any kind of weapons in your hand?
No, I dropped my crossbow.
All right. You don't have the machete, though?
I'm gonna guess I would put it back on my side so I don't have it out.
Yeah, you have it sheathed or whatever. That's fine. Yeah, you take a running jump and leap in this thing, and you try to jump up on it, and you get a good hand foot at first and start to climb up, and you see it just swing violently as it knocks you off into the sand there. You almost made it, though.
Okay.
So we're up to you, Salvador.
Salvador's going to finally get his sword out, and he's going to try to hammer this thing with a sword.
All right, you're going to move in and attack it. That sounds good.
Yep. He'll have Rex go in with him. That is 9.
That will miss. Is Rex going to try to attack it also, or?
Yeah.
All right.
And that is 12.
And Pearl Rex is not doing much better. We go to the next round. What is, let's see, okay. What about Mary?
I got a 6, and my hawk is going to fly away because now I think it's too big to fight.
All right. Flight, okay, good enough. What about Valentina and your animal?
Got a 9. And
What is,
Dogmeat's gonna stay. I've told him to stay, so he
He's
may
staying
want
out
to
of the
move
way?
on. So he's staying back because that's what I told him to do.
what about Salvador and your friend?
Rex is going to defend.
All right. What'd you get on your roll, Salvador?
5.
All right, lead us out.
He'll attack again. That is a 14.
14 will miss it. Sister Mary, we're up to you now.
Okay, so being inspired by the tremendous bravery of Crystal's character, Valentina, she's going to pick up her musket. She's going to run around the side of this thing if she can. I might not be able to get all the ways there this round, but I want to go all the ways behind it and jam the musket up into the joint where the arm meets the shell, and then I'm going to point blank shoot it there. So if that takes
I'll give you another +1 to hit on that as you run around and do that.
Can I do that this round?
Yep, you can do it.
All right, here we go. Well, let me roll my d10 first because that'll be terrible. Yep. Okay. All right. Shit, I dropped that. Sorry. Oh, 20.
Nice.
A nat 20?
Yep.
Let's see. Roll me a d10. I believe. Yep, roll me a d10.
Come on, where's that good d10? 10. Hopefully that's good. I don't know if it is or not.
That is very good. Let me do something real quick, and I will adjudicate it and tell you what happens. Tell me how this shot kills this thing automatically with this one shot.
Yeah, so I run up behind it, saying a prayer, and I just jam the musket up. I'm hoping to shoot the arm off in defense of my friends, but actually I slip, and the gun turns slightly sideways and shoots into the creature, apparently penetrating its tiny brain, and it dies.
Yeah, it just crumples straight into the sand there in front of you, Salvador. And you see Valentina rolling out of the way from almost being crushed by it too.
Yeah, and when Valentina gets up and she sees what happened, she makes like a cross over her body, and she says, "For sure, sister, the Lord is with you. I'm glad to have you here."
She once again tries to salute incorrectly.
She actually doesn't roll her eyes this time because that was very impressive.
Salvador is going to drop to the ground and immediately try to bind his almost severed arm.
Alrighty. That was y'all's first random encounter that I come up and I rolled.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a 1 on random.
Yeah.
So you're going to bind your wounds there, Salvador. How about anybody else?
Yep.
Nope, I wasn't hurt, actually.
So I get 4 back.
I'm going to say, Dogmeat, bring me my crossbow. And Dogmeat will grab my crossbow and bring it to me.
Well, it looks like we have some good eating for tonight.
That's right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you wanted some clam, but maybe crab will do.
That's true. I would think, though, where there is one, there may be many. Still, perhaps we do not want to camp in this area.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I would hate to go back to the village this early, but we're not going to be able to carry this thing back by ourselves, I would think. Is it heavy enough that we can't carry it back by ourselves, Tony?
Oh, there'd be no way you'd be able to carry this thing. I mean, you'd have to cut it up. I mean, you'd have to cut up pieces.
Yeah, I think we can probably break the legs, the 2 clipper claw legs, the front ones. That's probably where the most of the meat is anyway.
Yeah.
Sure.
To just try to carry that.
Yeah, so I'll take my hand axe and I'll start, since this would be really thick armor, I'll start trying to chop at the joint of it so that we can try and get those claws and maybe move into the grassland to set up camp.
Yeah, we probably couldn't get back with it today anyways, right? Because it's been a long day.
Yeah.
So basically y'all want to cut off enough to take for you to have some food. That'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, we can take a little extra too. I'm thinking we can smoke it tonight.
Yep.
So we have some smoked fish. Because I'm a fishmonger. Well, my father was.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Okay, so I guess we'll take like 2 pincers. Like I'll take one, and if anyone else wants to take the other.
Yeah, Salvador's throwing up on his back.
Yeah, and the soldier, of course, will help.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they only have 2, right? So.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm the scout, I'm supposed to be going ahead. I don't want too much weight on me. So if someone else would be willing to take the claw so that I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind dragging the claw.
Okay, cool.
Really strong, but I'm not carrying much else.
Yeah. So with that, once we get all that done, I assume it probably take about an hour or so. How late is it?
We're going to say by now, as y'all travailed through here and maybe stopped and taken breaks, and now you've had this thing attack you, we're going to say it's roughly 2 p.m., mid-afternoon.
Oh, okay, cool. So we still have plenty of time. Yeah. So
you would also know, if you don't remember, Crystal, from last time, it seems like it often gets darker earlier here than normal from where you come from. Just to give you a heads up, that sometimes it'll be dark around 5 or 6.
Okay. Well, I say we travel about an hour into the grassland. That way we can get away from the beach a little bit. And then maybe we can travel an hour or 2 into there, and then we can start setting up camp so that we won't get caught in the dark.
Good to me.
If I brought like I said, a tent, but like, would that just count as camping equipment? So like, some firewood and stuff.
You would probably have enough if you want to bring firewood. I mean, you'd have probably no more than the last couple of nights, probably.
Yeah, like I said, a tent, but I'm thinking that was just like camping equipment,
Well, it would be individual tents, probably is what they would send.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that'd be fun. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, as far as it goes, like camping equipment. So that way we have like stakes and a mallet and like, to set up our tents with and etc. So, yeah. So let's travel like 2 hours into the grassland and then we'll start setting up camp since it gets dark early here.
Sounds good.
Does it also get lighter earlier?
No, it doesn't. Seems like it's pretty much normal from where you come from.
Weird. All right. The Lord really made a strange creation with this one.
You would know after the beach, after you do all this, and you just started to see how the landscape changed, and maybe you started into the grasslands or plain lands, whatever you want to call them. You notice it seems like there's almost like somebody took a marker and just marked a straight line, because going to the northeast is this open plains land with a small natural grass with a few pebbles and rocks. It appears to be through there, but then if you go back to the straight north and back to the northwest, you see the tall grass. It seems like somebody just put a fence between them. So you want to continue northeast into the plains land?
Yeah, if everyone else is okay with that, I guess it would be better than traveling through tall grass.
Yeah, Salvador's hacking at stuff with his offhand. He's happy to hack less anyway.
Yeah. I would like to grab a few of these pebbles, and I'll bring, like, when we go back to camp or whatever. Like, I'll just grab like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know. Maybe there's like some scholar or something that studies rocks, and might be important to them.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are pretty small, so I mean, you can grab a handful, no trouble.
Okay. I don't know if it would be important, but we'll see.
You 4 continue along to the northeast and into this beautiful, just open plains lands, and it's just pretty much normal grass. You don't see any type of trees or appears to be any hill ranges or mountain ranges at all. Just all you can see is just an open grasslands as you're moving through the area. You travel for an hour. Travel for the second hour. And it still just continues with this open grasslands. And you know by now it's roughly about 4, we'll say.
Okay. So once it reaches about 4, then I'll suggest that we set up camp because that'll take us about an hour or so.
Yeah, as we're setting up camp, Salvador's going to start chatting to the sister about demons. And do these demons make these big creatures? I mean, we've got giant crabs and giant spiders. It's not of this world.
Demon infects nature and causes it to breed in unholy ways.
So I say, well, say a prayer of protection for all of us, then, sister. I think we need it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's exactly what I will do after I'll set up a tent and everything with everybody else. We can collect some. You said you had some firewood, right? But is there any stuff around? Are there any trees at all, Tony?
No, it's just open plain and grasslands. There's no trees and very sparse, even bushes.
I have a shovel, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like for our fire pit or whatever. I'm just gonna like basically take off the top layer of grass so that it's just like dirt around, so we don't accidentally set the plains on fire.
Good idea. Excellent idea. As y'all preparing your camp, and it's getting probably, it's probably going to be another 30 minutes before it, starts getting dusky dark, and you still have some light left. You hear Rodriguez, he's been maybe digging up and making a fire pit also, or doing what he's supposed to have been ordered to do. But you hear him yell out, "What's that? It's coming this way. There's 2 of them." And you look up and you see coming across the grass there, these 2 6-foot, probably long, black-looking big ants that are scurrying real fast, and both of them are moving straight towards your camp.
Great, another demon creature.
Indeed.
And if y'all all want to roll a d6, let me know if anybody gets a 1.
All right. I got a 6.
Nope, 3.
2.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it to just, just mutated ants or whatever. Of course, that word wouldn't have been used back then, but of course, they're these huge ants. I mean, you've never seen ants this big. They just appear to be some type of black ants that are rushing towards you, and they're 5 or 6 foot long.
Demon ants.
Yeah.
They're roughly, there's 2 of them. There's roughly probably 40, 50 feet away as they're rushing towards y'all. So we're just going straight initiative, be fine. So D12. And let's see. How about you, Mary?
7. And the hawk will fly.
All right. And what about Valentina?
3. And dog meat is going to defend for now.
All right. And Salvador?
9, and Rex will defend.
All righty. Perfect. The soldier rolled a 2. So as he screams this out, giving y'all warning, he just lowers his musket at it. One of them takes a shot. And he is going to miss. We're up to you, Valentina.
Valentina is going to go ahead and shoot with her crossbow. I hit a 10.
Yep, a 10 will miss.
All right, so it just flicks off its armor.
And how about you, Sister Mary?
I'm going to start making fire. I'm going to grab some of this grass and try to create like a torch. To
wrap up a torch or something.
I want to create some kind of a torch and try to light it up this round to defend.
All right, sounds good. These 2 black ants are moving in fast. I mean, you would think a creature this big wouldn't be able to move as fast as you're moving. One of them turns his attention to the soldier who shot at it, hearing the noise coming from it, and it runs and rushes towards the soldier, and is going to miss him as he's able to, being lithe and young and stuff, he's able to jump out of the way. The other one is going to run towards you, Valentina. And you bumped your AC up 1, so 17, right?
What?
You had 16. You did defended as 1 is 17.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It will miss you then.
Okay.
Barely miss you then. And we're up to you, Salvador.
He will rush forward, shouting some rote prayer that he's memorized as a child, and outstretches his pistol and will fire.
All right. Just right or left, tell me, so I'll keep it with that way in case someone hits.
Right.
All right.
That is a 20.
A nat 20 or modified?
Modified.
Yep, that's going to hit.
It's 1 point.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, you see not much happen to this big, huge ant as you take a true shot to it, though. So we're up to the next round. Oh, man. Let's see. What about Sister Mary?
I got a 3. I think the hawk is going to. I'll ask Tony Hawk to attack. Try that.
All right. And Valentina?
Valentina got a 1. And Dog Meat, he jumped up and knocked this ant's pincers away as it was about to bite her. And she wants to acknowledge it, but she can't right now, being in combat. But she'll continue to let him defend.
He did a good job at last time.
Yeah.
And what about Salvador?
Uh, 7.
Oh, wow. We're going to have a couple of ties on some people here. What's your animal going to do?
Defend again.
All right. Valentina, you and the ants both got a 1, so lead us out.
All right. Okay. Valentina, she's again going to kind of like drop her crossbow to the ground. And she's going to pull her hand axe out. And she did a nat 20 with her to hit. So
Nat 20 with the hand axe?
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a d10.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you did that. Okay. 9.
All right, how much damage?
Only 1 damage.
Whatever 1 damage you did, though, was you hit it. Tell me where you hit it in the right place that you just see a thing fall to the ground and you think you've knocked it unconscious.
Yeah, so she brings out her hand axe and she just like she can't quite get to hit it with the metal because it's up on her and everything. But I would say like she just brings it down like the handle of it or whatever and smacks it straight between the antennae, and the antenna kind of like go crazy and kind of backs off and falls to the ground for a moment.
Yeah, and you see it's appeared to be whatever you did, you pretty much knocked it out, it appears to be. The other one is still up and going on top of you, Salvador, as it lunges towards you. And that is definitely going to hit. Whew. You'll take 6 points of damage.
Tony, I want to use my once a day I can negate damage
Yep.
thing. So I just roll a d6. Oh, I got 1. So that means it activates, right? Roll a chart to see if they negate the damage.
My computer's running real slow. Hold on.
Well, the chart gives me a 2 in that ability, so I'm assuming that means I roll a 1 or a 2 to activate it.
Yeah, and you rolled a 1?
Yep. So it says, after a successful attack, they can roll on the chart to see if they're able to negate the damage by rolling equal to or less than the number on the chart. So I did do that.
You tell me what divine inspiration you do for him.
Yeah. So I say, I saw that he was saying the prayer, and I start to say it with him. And just at that moment, he turns maybe to recognize that I'm saying it, and the ant misses.
Salvador, I bet sweat's running down you right now.
Exactly.
Speaking of Sister Mary, we are up to you as your regular turn comes now.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to the Hawk's attacking. I'd set
All right.
the torch. I'm going to try to just put smoke in front of the ant to try to maybe scare it away or whatever. But the Hawk's
Yeah,
gonna
and I'll give you a choice so you can make if you want to. You can actually let the hawk attack the one that's on Salvador, or if you want the hawk to attack the unconscious one, the hawk can attack the unconscious one and finish them off real quick. That's up to you though.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll have the Hawk do that because it's probably less dangerous for the Hawk. And I'm going to be smoking the other one. I probably don't want the Hawk to fly into the smoke. Although I don't know, unless it's an auto hit, I might have missed because I rolled 12 for the Hawk. 13 it would be.
Well, it's unconscious, so it's going to be an auto hit. So
okay. So yeah, I don't know that I'm actually attacking it with this torch, but I'm going to just run up and put fire in front of it.
Trying to drive it back or scare it away then?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that works. Salvador, you and the soldier both got a 7, so you can go first.
He will grab his sword and swing.
All righty.
Oh, that's a critical failure.
Oh,
Uh-oh. You dropped your sword
tonight.
You dropped your sword. That's all happens.
right.
The soldier, you see him as he's reloading his musket or whatever again. So that's what he's doing. So we'll go to the next round. Let's see. What about Sister Mary?
I got a 7, and I guess the Hawk is going to just fly at this point.
All righty. And Valentina?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got an 11, and Dog Meat's going to continue to defend me.
All right. And Salvador?
7, and Rex is defending.
Man, everybody had bad rolls. The creature actually goes first with a 6, and the ant continues on you, Salvador, because it really knows nothing else right now. And it is going to miss you this time, though. And we are up to Sister Mary and Salvador, whoever wants to go.
I'm just going to recover my sword. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep it distracted with the fire. I guess I'll try to jam the fire up in its face if I can. Can I attack with the fire? All right, I'll try it.
Yeah, you can try to burn it.
All right. I rolled 18.
18 will definitely burn it. We'll just say a D6 with fire.
Okay. 2.
Yeah, you singe a little part of it and turn it from black to red, I guess, but it still seems to be pretty strong. The soldier's reloaded, and he's looking y'all's way and sees all of you up there. So you see him set his rifle down as he charges in with his sword pulled. Hey, he's going to hit. You see him run up and slash at it and do 4 damage to it with his sword. That takes a pretty good chunk out of it also. And we're up to you, Valentina.
Okay, so Valentina sees this hawk come down, and just like where I hit it earlier, it's kind of cracked, and that hawk just like dives into that crack and just pulls out its brain and starts like eating pieces of its brain. And since I'm satisfied that that'll probably kill it, I'm gonna run over to the other ant. And this time I get a dirty 20 to hit, and I do 2 points of damage to it with my hand axe.
Your axe takes a little bit more out of it, but you can see it's still standing there. We'll go to the next round. And let's see. What about Sister Mary?
I got a 5, and the hawk will still fly.
All right. Valentina?
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm messing everything up. Got my cat distracting me. 8.
8, okay. And Salvador?
9, and Rex is defending.
All right. Sister Mary, lead us out.
Okay, so I'm doing exactly what I did last round. In fact, I rolled the exact same thing. An 18 to hit and 2 points of damage.
It's all right. You take some more out of it then. The soldier sees your bravery doing this, so he takes another swing at it, standing there, because he knows he has to be a soldier and I don't know. I guess he's distracted by your power as he misses pretty bad. So, Valentina.
Okay. Yeah, Valentina, with her hand axe, she does a 17 to hit,
Yeah, yep, that hits.
and she'll smack it in the abdomen for 3 points of damage.
You see this thing start to slump to the ground as it seems to be barely standing on its own now. But as it does, we come to you, Salvador.
Salvador's still screaming his prayers. And he drops his sword again.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was your chance to finish it off. Let's see
Where's John Bung's luck now? You know?
You need to check the balance of your dice.
Exactly. Well, this is the same one that was rolling all the 20s last night.
That's what happens.
You see this giant ant, not worried about Salvador now since he's lost all composure at all of doing anything to it, but it turns and sees the tiny Sister Mary standing there as it lunges out at her. Whew, a 19 on the die is going to hit, and that will be max damage of 7.
Oh, and I'm dead.
Oh, what did you have?
6.
6? So that's going to put you at -1.
That's right.
Make me a save at -1.
Okay. Save is 15. Here we go. 9, so that fails.
Ooh, let me get my chart out. If I can read it. Roll me a D100.
A 30.
All right. This is a pretty good one. This is not going to affect you that bad. Whatever this ant does to you is it does something, I guess, to shake up your head and stuff, and you have this ringing in your ears as it's affected your eardrums, and you'll have a -2 to anything, involving any type of hearing checks or skills or anything until we say otherwise. But you are unconscious right now. You're fallen unconscious also as you don't.
It's just going to throw off my balance and stuff too. Is it minuses our attacks or just like listening and stuff?
-2. It'll be -2 on stuff.
Okay, perfect.
So you see, as we go to the next round, you see Sister Mary savagely attacked by this giant ant who is barely standing on its own. It appears to be. So we will roll and see what happens. Let's see. Hot dog. That's good. Maybe the soldier can finish them off. What did you get, Valentina?
12.
And Salvador?
11.
Hot dog. Maybe the soldier can do it. He got a 3. Come on, soldier boy. As he swings at it with his sword, to seeing the sister fall to the ground. Oh my gosh! Don't even ask. He got a 3 on the die, so he's perplexed, I guess, too. So this ant is up next with an 8. As it takes one of you down, it turns back on towards you 3, and let's see. It is going after you, Valentina. 18 on it. Oh my gosh, 18 on die. Max damage again, 7.
Ow. All right, I'm also dead.
Well, not dead. We hope you're not dead. You're at -1, so roll me a save at -1.
Okay. If I'm D20. 13 minus 1, so a 12, and my save is a 14, so I failed.
All right, roll me a D100.
70 exactly.
Oh, this is not a good one.
Good.
Why good? Why do you want it to be good?
I don't know. It's the dice, The dice are the ultimate judge.
You are savagely attacked about this thing like it was trying to do to Sister Mary, evidently going after your head and your skull, but for some reason it hits you in the right place as you fall unconscious with some type of skull fracture for right now.
Ow. Okay.
Salvador.
So am I at like -1? I can't remember how it works for you.
You're just at 0. I mean, you're unconscious at 0 for right now.
All right.
Salvador, can you finish this thing off before it finishes y'all off?
Yeah, he's going to have to do it unarmed, though. He's just going to just start wailing on it with his fists. Clearly, because he can't.
Yeah, remember, did you have another sword or anything besides the machete?
I had the machete, I had a sword, and I dropped my pistol.
Oh, okay.
So I've dropped pistol, dropped sword, and I'm going at it unarmed now.
Yeah, if you got a strength bonus, you can add that to hit. If you got a +1 strength.
Yeah. That is a 16.
Ooh, you're lucky that hits. Come on.
Oh.
Excellent. That is 4 points.
Tell me how this thing had 2 HP left. Tell me what you do to pulverize it into the ground, I guess.
That's literally what I do. I go for one of its giant eyes, and I just start cursing about demons. Demons must fall, and throw my fist through its eye. That's enough to drop it.
All right. You look around, you and the soldier both look around as you see 2 of your companions on the ground. And by looking at both of them, you can tell that Valentina is probably very, very seriously, if not gravely, injured at this point. You can see Sister Mary laying there, but she's breathing much, much better fluid breaths than it appears to be that Valentina is.
I will attempt to do. I'll attempt to bind their wounds.
Oh God.
Sister Mary?
Yes.
Oh God.
All right. Roll me a saving throw first.
Oh, I save.
All right. It's a 1d3 then.
Oh Jesus.
That is 1 point.
Oh,
So you're back at 1 HP there, Sister Mary.
I get 1 HP. Okay.
The soldier looks towards Valentina, and with him being a soldier himself and having the training, even though he's young, he looks back towards you, Salvador, as you're finishing up and helping Mary. He looks towards you and he just goes, "She is gravely injured. I do not believe we should try to do any type of medical here. We need to take her back to the camp where some of these scholars and the doctors there can try to help her. We need to expedite this."
I go, okay. That sounds good to me. You're the military man. I think I'll listen to you at this point.
All right.
Yeah, you can tell as you're waking up, Sister Mary, you can tell, hearing maybe this conversation, as you're getting what senses you can about yourself, you can tell the soldier seems very worried about her condition.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest that we take, because we're setting up the tent, so we just take a tent that we have like laying down, and we make a, like a sled with it, so we can pull her.
Hey Tony, I have a helmet on. Does that help me at all?
No, the helmet was just. In fact, if I try to remove the helmet off of you, it's just caved in on you. Where it's going to take, they're going to have to cut it off of you.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, we're not.
Excellent.
I mean, I can run around and kill a bunch of things to get to 2nd level and maybe cast kill light wounds.
That would be great.
Give me a second. I think we can like make a sled and try to like go back with her. But I think what we should do is I'm gonna suggest that we do that, and then I'm gonna start collecting bunches of grasses to create a bunch of torches, so we'll have light as we head back.
Yeah, because by this point of this happening and things, and you're trying to assess the situation, you can see the sun is going down rapidly. You know it's going to be dark very soon.
Yeah.
Would it make sense if dog meat was trained to like defend me since I'm unconscious?
So that we can't get close enough to you to help you?
Well, I mean, like, obviously you guys are okay. I mean, you've been with me the whole time, and Rodriguez is a soldier, so he would definitely know to let Rodriguez close. But I'm just saying, like, in case anything else attacks us on the way back, he would, like, defend my unconscious body.
Well, I mean, sure, I guess he would help you, but I mean, who knows what an unknown monster creature is going to do?
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, like, just again, flavor kind of thing. Like, dog meat's not going to like charge off an attack or anything like that. Like,
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna stick by and help defend me because I'm unconscious.
I figured he was probably going to pull the little sled they're building for you.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll definitely make a little sled, and I'll start to collect some stuff to make torches so we can head out.
Yeah, Salvador will see to making the sled.
All right, let me get Danny's character sheet out.
Yeah, to expedite time, of course, you will say, you start out that night and, you come back. I mean, it's going to be a long, arduous deal to get back pulling a injured party. Of course, you can do it, and you pass by the crab. If you want to stop by and cut some more crab off to take back to the main camp, you can do it real quick. None of the vultures or carry-on creatures here got into it. It doesn't seem to be while y'all were gone. But anyway, you make it back to the camp. We're going to say just right at daylight. And sure enough, the doctors assess the injuries to you, Valentina, and they immediately take you and put you in secure. I mean, they remove the helmet, and you can see the swelling and things, and they completely get you sedated enough with whatever drugs and stuff they have, and you're in pretty bad shape right now, but you're alive.
I want to be sedated.
Mary, you are still having some ringing in your ears on this new dawn of the day with day 9, I guess it would be. So, but you still have ringing in your ears. I mean, just like it won't go away right now. So for today, you'll be at -2 also for things you do and any type of checks you want to make for involving hearing.
Okay. I mean, I think for right now, I'm probably going to say some prayers and then probably sleep because we've been up all night.
Yep. Y'all have had a very long afternoon and night. That's right.
Yeah, Salvador's just going to sack too once he sees to it that everybody's being taken care of.
Yeah, the mayor, of course, does what he can do. Of course, he's in shock to see Valentina come back in such grave condition. I mean, he doesn't, he's never seen things like this before, so it shocks him, and he retires away. Sanchez has Rodriguez stay at the medical tent also, and keep watch over her. So the rest of the day, day 9, y'all are pretty much just going to rest and stay there in the camp, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to tell everyone about the demon ants and the demon crabs that are in the demon grass.
What, Crystal?
Could I introduce Danny Silver at this point, or?
You can, yeah, just very shortly. I guess day 10 arrives. Sister Mary, make me a save. Just no modifier, straight save.
And I failed again, another 9.
Yeah, you still have ringing in your ears from -2 if you go out and do something today. You feel a little bit better, but it's still there.
Okay. And I got 1 hit point back right from resting, so now I have 2.
Yep, you would get another hit point back. And you would also, there will be a priest there that is one of the settlers that has a little bit more spells than y'all do. So he is going to also, hey, that's good. He gives you 5 more HP.
Oh, nice.
As he casts it and prays over you during that day 9 of rest.
Nice.
What about Salvador? Were you down any HP?
Just 1.
Oh, well, you'll get it back then on normal rest then.
Yep.
And day 10 starts out. If y'all would like to go back out, or that's totally up to y'all. If y'all want to go back out, we'll have Crystal bring in her other character.
First thing Salvador does is he goes out and he gets as many holy symbols as he can find. And he will give all his money to the sister and to Father Gordon and to the other priests to make sure that A mission is firmly established in this demon-ridden land.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal. If you, I guess y'all gonna go back out on day 10 after you meet with the mayor. So sure, bring in Danny if you want to.
All right, yeah. So, Danny, Danny is sitting around the camp, and he has a deck of cards and some people around. And then he says, and is this your card? And he pulls out a card, and the person goes, no. And then Danny says, I'm sorry, I forgot. This is actually a time traveling card. Check under your watch. And the guy looks, and he pulls out from under his watch a folded up card, and he's just like, no way, no way. And when he opens it, it's like the card that he had, and everyone just kind of goes wild. and you know, he kind of tips his top hat a little bit as the I guess the mayor comes up and tells them, like, hey, you need to go exploring again.
Yep.
And so yeah, so he's like, well, yeah, I guess I can head out that way. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. They did bring back some really delicious crab meat last night. Sure, let's I'll go meet the team. And yeah, so he will go over and he will introduce himself to you guys. Hi, my name is Danny Silver. I'm an explorer by title. And I've been sent to go scouting with your expedition group.
Salvador Fuentes. It's a pleasure to meet you, Danny. I've heard about you. You're quite the character.
Well, thank you. I didn't know my reputation preceded me so much.
Well, the ship isn't that big.
Fair enough. So you were on board the Anna Maria as well, then?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
So have you heard about Valentina?
Yeah, I heard that a soldier came in with a head injury. I don't know her personally.
Yes, a demon ant crushed her head.
Demon ant.
A demon ant. It was. This is a godforsaken land.
Maybe
and
not
a good
say
sister
that.
here.
He leans in and says, maybe not say that so loud around the priest. I hear they don't appreciate that kind of talk.
Oh, well, the good sister's with us. I mean, she'll protect us. I mean, you should have seen her. She was she was slaying the demons left and right. I mean, she saved my life. Miracle upon miracles. She's a saint.
Well,
I wouldn't say that. The Lord protects those who need protection.
well, we certainly need protection in this place. Tell you, the grass attacks you and trees move. It's certainly a strange place. I always thought that until I got here, I always thought that, well, I just never imagined such things were possible.
Oh, grass attacked you. I kind of look at...
It's the demon grass.
Oh, yes, grass.
Well, I mean, it looked like grass. It could have been some creature, I guess, that could have looked like grass, but certainly it did seem like grass when we took care of it. It was over behind that tree. Is the tree any closer to the camp?
Well, you must have read my mind. What I was just fixing to do. As you're standing there, Danny, talking to them and introducing, and y'all having a conversation, there's probably a couple more people listening and talking to you, but you would know Johnny Boy, who they call Johnny Boy. He's about a 15-year-old young young boy that is enthralled and all that. He wants to hopefully get of age enough and stay alive in the settlement himself to become a scout or explorer. But he runs up to you and he goes, he's got an apple he's chewing on. He goes, "Hey, Danny, did you hear about all those stories again? I got you a new story. You want to hear it?"
Go ahead.
Well, you know how some of the people were saying that one of those dead trees had moved closer to the camp the second day we were here? You remember all that? Yeah, you remember it, don't you?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, now they're saying the tree moved back. Can you believe that silliness? That would be almost like somebody talking about I heard him talk about a giant ant attack somebody.
Yeah.
Giant ant did attack somebody.
Yeah, and he looks up at you, Salvador, and he goes, "Oh, you're one of those explorers."
Yeah, the demon ant attacked the sister here, and it almost killed the other person we were with, Valentina.
He looks at his sister.
I'm sorry. Am I?
He looks towards his sister and goes, "It attacked you too?"
Yes, the demon was came at us with all the powers of Satan. But through our faith, we were able to slay it. Well, this young man was. I was sleeping on the job, shall we say. And then I giggle.
You see him, his whole face just slack and his jaw opens and he just drops the apple down into the sandy beach and he goes, "Oh my goodness. Well, watch out for the trees. Those dead trees. They walk." He takes off running down the beach.
Huh. Trees walk.
Look, everyone around here is going to think you're crazy for saying you got attacked by a giant crab. Everyone around here is going to think you're crazy for saying you got attacked by a giant ant. You guys think I'm crazy because I say I got attacked by grass and that I saw a tree move. Everyone around here is crazy, it seems. All right, so I say we just get used to it, indulge in each other's craziness. Let's just all kind of believe the crazy tales that we have to tell each other because obviously this place is fucking crazy.
It's demon possessed. That's what it is.
Maybe
Watch your
that.
mouth, young man. As well, and I point to the giant crab leg that's on the ground. I don't think people think we're crazy.
Oh, no one thinks we're crazy about the giant spider either. And I point back to the giant spider body.
Indeed, I was just pointing out that you were attacked by grass, which seemed quite comical to me.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Well, it's not that funny when you get attacked by it.
All right, I gotta turn this on.
Probably. Shall we explore?
Said, yes, as long as you're coming with us, sister, I'm prepared for anything. You saved me once, so.
What I noticed strange is that no animals had eaten from the carcass of the giant crab as we passed. I'm curious to see if it's been violated since then. Now, have we been seeing birds and stuff, or no birds?
Yeah, I mean, you would have seen some seagulls and stuff probably on the ocean as y'all were traveling that way.
Okay. Huh. Okay. I mean, crab is quite tasty. Perhaps they don't know.
Yeah, let's take us a 5-minute bio break, and we'll come back and start out on day 10 and see where that leads you, and who gets to come back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
I'm also back.
Already. Man, I can't believe ants do that much trouble.
Yeah, giant ants.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm here.
they are giant ants.
Yeah, I took the that BX Essentials, that monster book, you know. I just used the driver ant. I kind of used part of its stats and changed up a couple things. Huh.
Yeah, they're pretty serious dudes.
I was getting ready for it to like spit acid or be poisonous or something.
Don't think it needed that. Just
Y'all are
regular.
unfortunate.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just like ants, like fire ants. When they sting you, they actually also inject like a venom. So that's why I was thinking it would, but then it didn't.
Man, it's bad. It's dangerous enough.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then spit acid, I think I saw on a show or something once.
I'll make up one next time it does that, though.
Oh well, I'm glad I gave you ideas.
See? You're going to kill your own character for your own design.
Probably that's my lot.
All right, we started on day 10 then. Any particular direction y'all would like to go? You've heard everywhere. Of course, everybody in the camp has heard the stories of what has transpired, and everybody knows pretty much everything. So, any direction y'all would want to go, the same way or a different way, or what?
And he figures that there are giant ants and giant crabs the direction they've already went. He's not looking forward to doing that. And he knows that there's giant spiders the way that he went that time. So he's not looking forward to going that way either.
Yeah, that's what I say, Danny. I'm sure you shared with him your experience in the actual forested area, of course.
Yeah. And then he knows that directly, like north of them, are trees that move and grass that attacks people. So he's not looking forward to going there. So yeah, he's really one of the things where it's like, I don't really want to go, but if I don't, the mayor will probably have me executed.
Yeah. And y'all would also know Rodriguez is going out with you again. They're sending him with you.
Oh, did you ever like post experience points or anything for the first section? Because I don't think I ever saw anything.
Yep, I did it the next day. But anyway, back to today.
Okay, sorry, I'll look at it later.
Which way would y'all like to go?
I guess I'll head back a little lower than where those caves were at. I mean, we haven't explored in that area. Like the caves were like to the northwest, right? So
yeah, I know you don't have your camera, but I'm going to show Daniel and back the best I can. Of course, you know your home base is here at the H, and the one is where these dead trees. This just off y'all's home base is this area of just dead trees. I mean, nothing is growing there, but she just mentioned it. I forgot to tell you about earlier. But you would know back this way towards Section 8, you would know that this red circle marked is where the first expedition chased one of the natives, evidently, of this land and almost captured him, but he got away from him in some type of cave system in this deal. But you would know these dark green is a very nice forested area that you have to go through this grass to get to it.
I don't know. I would like to explore this forest a little bit, but the trees move.
Trees move?
No. The trees do not move in the forested area. Only in that one dead area.
Oh. Okay, well then, yeah, I would say maybe we should go explore the forest. Maybe there's bounty to be had there.
Yes, and we could kill the heathen that are bringing about all these demons.
Right, or convert them.
Yes.
Yeah, that other priest is going to like you.
Oh, I am a great fan of the Father Thomas.
Yes, Thomas, that's his name. Yeah, he's going to like you. Don't worry about it. You know, you and him, you'll be like two peas in a pod. All right, well, then let's head out. Is Rodriguez going to come with us?
Yes, he is.
All right. Good man, Rodriguez.
Tony, I want to take some, since you're potentially going to go see the natives, I want to take some trading goods, like some beads or whatever.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. In fact, the mayor would have probably thought of that too. So yeah, excellent idea. He gives you inspiration for that. But y'all want to go back to the forested area then, back to where you would hear Danny tell the story of finding the cave with the spider and all that? All right. You have to go through this tall grass first, of course, and you would know that it's roughly a mile through this tall grass, probably from what Danny was going to take you, probably at least a good hacking your way through it, 20 or 30 minutes. What order are we going in?
I'm behind Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez, he of course, will go second. He don't mind going second. But.
Yeah, I'm going to say let Rodriguez go first, and Danny's going to...
Salvador will go first then.
Okay.
I mean,
Danny will...
all the holy symbols, and he's ready.
Nice.
All right.
I'm
Danny, you're going
purge
to
this island.
I'm gonna also hang around Rodriguez.
I'm gonna put you third behind him.
Cool.
Yeah, as you're hacking your way through, y'all maneuver pretty good through this grass for the first 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, it's just swaying and moving on its own from the natural wind, and these vines that come out and attack you, Danny, and the other ones. You don't see any of them moving or anything. It's just the grass. You move another probably 20 or 30 minutes through them. And then you start to see the outline of the forested area where you chased that figure and got away from you. You start to see the forested area come up. You would know if you continued. It seems like this forest, lays out pretty much the way you're going, that you could go back kind of to the north to an area, or you can kind of go to the south of it. You would know straight on the northwest of where you're going now from. That's pretty much the area where you chased and found the cave system. But you can continue back, swing back to the north, or continue back pretty much to the south.
Yeah, Danny's gonna say that direction, I believe, is where where we found that cave at. And actually, it kind of we went through. It was almost like a tunnel, and it came out in this other section. That's where that guy actually disappeared at. So it's possible that you have to go through there if you're wanting to find the natives.
Did he actually disappear?
Well, I looked for his tracks and I couldn't find them. The other soldiers that were with us at the time also did, and it just seemed like he just up and vanished. I mean,
witchcraft.
And,
witchcraft to be had in this too.
Maybe. I mean, I used to would have thought you were crazy for saying that, but given the things I've seen, I guess I'm not going to be too skeptical that could have been what happened.
Did you notice any horns upon his head?
I did not. I only saw his back, but he did bleed.
What color was the blood?
Normal human blood, from what I could tell.
Red, like Satan?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Are we going to go talk to the natives?
Yeah, Salvador's all for heading towards the natives.
Yeah, let's do it.
Unless he's persuaded otherwise. Because he doesn't know where he's going. People just tell him to go someplace and he will do it.
Yeah, you head back into the probably the north, or we'll say the northwest part of the forest, and of where Danny has told you about this cave. As you turn to go, Salvador.
As we're going, I'm going to assume that Danny would have went and got a machete and some camping supplies as well. And as we're going, I want to every once in a while just cut a little bark off the tree with my machete, or just kind of chop into it a little bit, just kind of marking the way that we're going, you know.
Sure. Salvador, you turn and after you all have your discussion on which way to go into this forested area, as you turn and maneuver that way, you see something probably 50 foot ahead of you there, and it's not real thick growth forest at this point, but I mean there's some shrubbery and smaller trees and things growing, and you see it move. Some of the shrubs and stuff move, and for just a moment you catch a small glimpse. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long, but this is what you see. You see what appears to be a small, maybe 2-3 foot tall, skinny humanoid standing there, but is very fur covered, natural fur covered, and it just disappears that quick out of your vision. It was kind of a chestnut brown colored and almost glowed with a camo over it and stuff that you just barely caught that glance. You can handle it any way you want to from there.
I will report the demon dogs to everyone. The demon dogs that walk on 2 legs.
Okay. I mean, I didn't see it. I was kind of, I was marking our trail for where we're going.
So that's okay. And he pulls out his pistol and he grabs his sword and he just kind of plunges into where he last saw it.
Yeah, you move up that 40-50 foot to where you last saw it as you go into the shrubbery and the smaller trees there. Sure enough, you see, it's not that hard to see. You see some smaller footprints. It appears to almost look like what you would think would be a human child footprints. It's from a small, would fit the description of what you would think would have been 2 or 3 foot tall at the most.
Could it be a child?
Could it be a child? It was a dog that walked on its hind legs with human feet. Clearly, this is a demon.
I see. Well, then it must be expelled. Let's go forward.
As you say that, Sister Mary, y'all having a discussion and looking at the footprints your group is, and you hear Rodriguez scream out, "Duck! Duck down!" And you see coming out of the forested area, you see a small bag that's maybe 3-4 inches long that is wrapped up, a natural cloth bag. It is wrapped up and is thrown out at you, and it falls in the middle of you all.
Danny wants to run up to it and he's not gonna let you kick it. It's like a small like is it leather kind of, or what kind of material is it?
It's probably some type of maybe not leather, but it's made out of some cloth type, probably natural material that's been made. It's wrapped up with a leather tie.
Okay. Danny's gonna ask everyone to stand back, and I'm gonna hold my breath, and then I'm gonna untie it.
Yeah, and as soon as you pick it up, maybe bring it up to start untying it, you get all this sweet smell out of it that you can tell it's filled with some type of maybe herbs and stuff that is indigenous to this area here. I mean, it's a wonderful smell as you open it, and sure enough, you open and maybe spread the top of it apart where you can look down in. It's just filled with herbs and all different things.
Okay. Like I said, I'm holding my breath for the moment, so I don't want to inhale it or anything.
Is it a gift? Perhaps we should offer them beads.
I hear witches throw spells. Is this a spell that they threw?
No, it's no spell. It'd be a toad by now.
All right, I'll let my breath out, and I'm not gonna sniff it hard. I'm just gonna kind of waft it. I'm gonna kind of pull the smell up to my nostrils with my hand. I want to try and do a knowledge thing. I want to see if maybe if I think it's some kind of poison or some kind of sleep powder thing or something like that.
Yeah, you could use your knowledge for identifying maybe a weird item. Maybe it's going to take 10 minutes to do it.
I'll take that time if that's what it takes. And I got a 2, and I need a 2.
Yeah, you take your 10 minutes as maybe the rest of you set up a defensive perimeter in case something happens. And all you get from this after smelling it and maybe, I don't know if you taste it or whatever you do, all you get from it is it's some type of natural herbs and stuff. But you also, after the 10 minutes is up and you've tasted or put your hand in it and stuff, you start feeling a little bit better about yourself, you feel like you're a little bit more defensive yourself. As far as, I mean, basically it's going to give you +1 to your AC as long as you keep this on you.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, I think maybe this was some kind of peace offering, and I'm going to tie it up, and I'm going to keep it on me. Bag of herbs +1 AC.
Yep. As long as you keep it on you, it's going to always give you +1 to your AC.
We shouldn't make deals with demons.
I mean, I don't think these are demons. I mean, I could be wrong. I really think that these are just inhabitants of this land, the land that we're invading. Yeah, sister, yeah, toss some beads out that way. I'm just going to point to where I think the bag came from.
Yeah, Rodriguez would know. He saw where it come from. He'd show you.
Well, it's customary for those who accept the gift to return gifts.
Yeah,
I know.
I agree.
About culture, so possibly reach into your pocket and give something of your own.
Yeah, okay. Danny, he reaches into his he opens up his jacket and it looks like there's nothing there, and then he closes his jacket and he reaches in, and when he pulls out again, he just has like a deck of cards that's like just perfectly sealed up, like never been opened. And he kind of holds it up into the air, and then he'll just like fling it as far as he can out into the bush.
All right. You hear it land up there.
All right.
And throw a holy symbol.
Well done.
Sister Mary, where's your hawk at? What's your hawk been doing this past 15
I guess flying up around in the sky. It comes down every once in a while. I don't think it would want to sit on my shoulder. So
you hear after the 10 or 15 minutes of Danny inspecting this bag of herbs and stuff, you hear your hawk make a noise, and what you gather from the noise it makes from it being your pet, it appears to be that it's communicating with something out there. It's a noise it's making of not a being alarmed. It's more of a noise of making, it seems like it's more at home, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. I whistle and call it back. And I guess if it does come back, I'm going to then send it. I'm going to advise it to bring me to what it saw, and then I'll have it fly back out again.
Yeah, and once it comes down to you, you can tell it's definitely relaxed. It seems like it's almost feels at home out here. It's not alarmed or defensive about anything, and if you're able to communicate enough with it, you follow it out there to this area, and you see some more of those small human footprints that seem to almost appear like childlike, but there's nothing there.
Okay, I'm gonna leave some beads around the footprints, and I'm gonna say a prayer, and then I'll say, "We wish you no harm, but only to save your eternal soul. Come with me, children."
Did we travel with her? Like, do I see these footprints?
I don't know. I guess that would be, did you or not? I don't know. That'd be up to y'all.
I mean, I guess I would have followed her. I wouldn't have wanted her to go alone.
Yeah, you would see exactly what was described in it.
Can I take some time to use my knowledge to see if I can determine anything else about the footprints?
There is one thing I was just going to tell you, Danny, for sure you would know. You would know these footprints compared to the guy or whatever it was that y'all chased that day that shot at you with the blowgun and stuff. You would know that the footprints of that other person was much larger than this. I mean, a much larger grown-size footprint. You would know these footprints are totally different.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll actually say that. Like, these footprints are much smaller than the person that we were chasing. Maybe he's from another village or something, or I guess maybe it could just be a smaller person.
You realize, Danny, that for the first part of your life, you're much smaller than you are for the rest of your life. That's what they call it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it could just be a small person, like a child, I guess. I don't know.
I see.
Or a dog with human demon feet.
Yeah, and
That's
see, Danny, you would also
possible.
know by the description of what Salvador was giving. You know that from what you saw at other creature or whatever it was, the descriptions are completely. I mean, they're opposite. That other creature was not a furry covered humanoid.
It's possible it's a demon dog with human feet. I mean, possible. I don't think it's probable, but I mean, that's just me. That's just how I see the world.
Yeah. Salvador takes the pistol that he's been holding ready and he taps it to his forehead and goes, "But I know this is a demon dog."
Right. From what we've seen, it very well be.
Danny now realizes this guy's crazy, and he's going to step behind Rodriguez.
Shall we try to follow the footprints?
Yeah, maybe they'll. I mean, we offered them some gifts of our own. Maybe they will lead us back to their village, or perhaps the pit of hell. I mean, either way, we learn something new.
Then let's follow them.
Everyone roll me a d6, and let me know what you get.
I get a 3.
1.
Or
Salvador, you're able to pick up on these tracks a little bit and maybe follow them for about 5 minutes, and then they just disappear out of you. You lose them deeper into the forest, but you are able to follow the direction they went, which would be totally opposite for the way of where Danny and them were the first time. But you actually are able to lose them after about 5 minutes.
Yes, see? Witchcraft. He's disappeared again.
I'm going to look up into the trees.
Everybody roll me a d6 again.
Or again.
5.
No ones or twos.
1.
Rodriguez got a 1. Let's see first. He's looking around. He looks down on the ground there, and he starts digging something out of the loam and stuff out of the ground of the forest, and he pulls out this dark brown bottle. He says, "Look at this. It looks like some type of ale bottle or something. What would this be doing out here buried in the forest?"
It looks like what?
Some type of ale liquor bottle.
God's provided refreshments.
Huh.
It's like a glass bottle?
Yeah. But it's not completely, shaped like what you're used to from where you come from, but it is some type of glass bottle.
Huh. Interesting.
Perhaps they are demons. Liquor often brings out the demons.
Or maybe they actually are smarter than we originally thought. I mean, if they know how to make glass, I mean, I don't know how to make glass, but I assume it's difficult.
Well, God makes glass all of the time during lightning storms.
Huh.
So if God makes glass, and this is glass, then God made it.
Or demons.
Or demons. because it's got demon juice in it, right? Is that what it is?
I think so. May I smell the bottle?
You see, I was following your track of logic, but I think your train ran off the rail at some point.
Yeah, Rodriguez would give you the bottle, Sister Mary. He's yes, no, ma'am, and all that. So
I'll smell it. See if it smells like alcohol.
yeah, it has this very herby, fruity smell to it. That it has a light smell of an alcohol maybe in it, but you can tell it's also some type of natural stuff in here. You would think.
Well, if no one else wants to, I'll taste it.
Go ahead. You put that demon sack on you. Then go ahead and take the demon juice too.
Yeah. Perhaps he is a demon. Did you see the tricks he plays with the cards?
Oh, he's got demon cards.
It's sleight of hand. That's simply all it is.
Oh, so you're the witch.
Nope. Just a trickster of sorts. Anyway, yeah, I'll take the bottle if they hand it to me, and I will take a sip, just a swig, and see what happens.
Yeah, after you take a sip of it, once it goes down, it's a very natural, fruity, almost herbal tone taste as it goes down. You can get just a touch of liquor off of it, but it's not something you would be used to. I mean, you'd want something much stronger. But after you drink it and it goes down, you feel the proper word I'm going to use would be you just feel epic about yourself. You just feel like just a lot of more energy that you can do anything and be unscathed in a way.
Oh, man, I feel amazing. Man, these people are brilliant. They know how to mix these herbs together in such a way. It'd be wonderful to learn how to learn their trade and learn how what all these herbs do and what they are. I mean, seriously, so far these things that they just really make me feel good about myself.
He swallowed a demon of pride.
Huh.
Maybe.
Yes, it is one of the demons.
All right. Well, you know what? In return, let's see if they. I'll go ahead and put on a little show for them. Let's see.
Are you going to drink any more of it, or are you just going to take that one sip?
I'm gonna take that one sip, and then if they'll let me, I'll just keep it on me for now.
Yeah, about 5 minutes after you take that sip, and if you keep the bottle after about 5 minutes after that, you seem like you go back to your normal self. That you don't feel so epic about yourself. You're just back to normal old Danny.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna take out a deck of cards, and I'm gonna open them up, and I'm just gonna do like how magicians they can cause the cards to fly from one hand to the other, like that waterfall kind of shuffle trick. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do stuff like that and have a card come out and make it look like it's spinning. And I'm not really doing this particularly to anyone. I'm just sort of kind of doing it out. So if there were anyone in the forest, maybe they'd be able to see this, and I'm kind of putting on a show for anyone that could see it. I'm just going to do stuff like that. And every once in a while, I'll toss a card behind my back and it'll flip up, and then I'll catch it in the deck and, stuff like that.
Yeah, you do that, and the rest of the party's watching and stuff, but you get no reply or response from anything else besides your party.
Okay, I'll say I do that for the 5 minutes while the juice makes me feel really epic, and then once it kind of wears off, I'm like, all right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and then I kind of look like I tossed the deck to the side, you almost expect it to flutter out of my hand, but instead it's nothing's there. It's just gone all of a sudden, it's just put away, and I will like remove my top hat and like bow and respectfully and everything, and then I will, you know, pick myself back up and put my hat back on.
Salvador recoils when the cards disappear, and then points the pistol at you.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna write down that I have demon juice in my inventory.
Actually, you should need to call it so I can refer back to it later and tell you what it does if you ever drink it. It's called Ale of Epicness.
All right. Ale of epicness. Got it.
Yep.
What was in that bag of herbs? Was it just called a bag of herbs?
Yeah, we'll just call it a bag of herbs this time.
Okay. Cool.
This is what happens when you consort with demons.
I agree. I'm going to keep an eye on Danny.
I think we should burn him.
Yes, well, that's how you know if he's a witch, because witches burn because they're made out of wood.
We could purify him.
Yes. Let's wait till he sleeps tonight.
And then we can burn him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna whisper to Rodriguez, hey, they're looking at me kind of weird. I'm afraid that they're planning on murdering me in my sleep. You'll like watch out for me, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I've already baptized Rodriguez.
All right, Danny, which way do you want to lead them? Do you want to lead them back to the north to where the chase went on before into the cave, or do you want to go back to the kind of south now to where you see these false footprints that Salvador has lost?
Well, Salvador seems intent on killing something, so I'll lead him back to the cave.
Yeah, you head back that way. What you think is, you think you're going the right direction, of course, and from what you remember. And y'all travel for maybe 15 minutes or so. And who's leading the way? I guess you are, Danny?
Since I'm trying to get back to the cave, sure. And I have my machete out, and I'll be cutting down bush.
Well, yeah, I mean, travel's pretty easy. It's not that overgrown in this area where you are now, but yeah, you're able to do that and move along. And you come into an area that's pretty much, it's not a built road or trail, of course. I mean, it's just a natural trail. Maybe some of the creatures and animals go through, so you're able to maneuver along well for that. And then you see something that seems kind of weird in a way. You see this huge, dark red rock that is just sitting there. I mean, it's, I don't know how big around, but it's huge. I mean, you think it's very strange, out of place sitting here in the forest.
Does it look just like a rock, or I mean, like, is it like looks like it's been worked on?
No, it just looks like a natural rock formation.
Well, there's a big rock in the forest. I don't remember seeing this before. So there's a chance that we're lost. A small chance.
If we climb the rock, we could see where we're at.
Yeah, have at it.
Salvador will put down his pistol and climb the rock.
Yeah, Salvador, as you maneuver on up there and look at the rock and inspect it, you almost trip as you're looking around and start to climb up it, but you see what appears is that under the rock along the edge there, kind of covered up with natural leaf formation and limbs and stuff that have fallen over the ages, it appears that there's a tunnel or something going straight down.
Oh, there's a tunnel here. And I start clearing out the brush that is there and the natural debris.
Yeah, Rodriguez can come help you also.
Ah, a tunnel. This could be a passageway to another dimension. A highway to hell.
Oh.
I'm gonna start making a torch.
Suddenly, a bunch of wasps come out and attack us.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a torch out of scrub. Apparently, that's what I do. So I'm gonna make a torch. I'm going to start a business where I just make torches for people. See, I'm going to make a torch so we can get ready to go down there.
All right.
There we go.
And Danny, y'all have a lantern too, or torches more, of course, I'm sure.
Yeah. When you get the torch made, Danny will do the thing he did before, where like he hides the tinderbox in his hand, and like he sort of like just like swipes over the torch. It looks like he just swipes over it, but he like hits that tinderbox at the same time. So like a spark comes out and just lights it up. So it looks like he just waves his hand over it and just causes a flame to appear.
Yeah, and
You lit my torch.
the pistol's
Yeah,
pointed at you again.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared, I shove the torch into Danny's face when it happens.
Huh.
Okay.
Before you start down to this tunnel, Sister Mary, make me a saving throw.
Okay. 10 failed.
You still have the ringing in the ears, just to let you know. You'll still have the -2 then.
Okay, yeah. So I'm kind of a little unsteady walking in. So I say, perhaps one of the gentlemen should go first.
I can help you down if you want.
See, you do know the path to hell.
Or I could just not let the woman fall down the hole. I mean, if you want the woman to fall down the hole, that's fine. You know,
You just said you were going to lead us to hell.
I'm gonna look kind of over at Rodriguez and like I don't say it, but my eyes are almost like you're gonna help me if he decides to try and kill me, right? Like I don't say that, but my eyes say it.
Yeah, he says nothing. You know, he's just looking at you to see who's going to go first because he always goes second.
All right. Well, since she shoved the torch at me, I'll take that torch and I'll lead the way down.
Yeah, you make your way down, and it's wide enough going down after Salvador and Rodriguez help clear out some of the deal. I mean, you clear enough path, and you sure enough, you follow this tunnel down, and then it goes into what appears to be a big opening that's probably 30 feet wide, and you hear what appears to be sounds like water. Echoes of water crashing and falling ahead of you.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Danny is very excited about that, and he'll say, "Oh, it sounds like there's water, fresh water. Finally, let's go down a little further."
You continue to lead, Danny?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to lead down. I'm going to hope that this is fresh water. And if it is, I'm definitely wanting to mark, again, I'm assuming we're making maps. So I would definitely mark this rock on the map. And if there's water here, I'm definitely going to make special notation of that.
Yeah, you're continuing down. Like I say, this part of the deal is opened up to probably 30 feet wide. It appears to be a pretty deep underground type cavern you're moving in. And sure enough, you appear to be going to the south, you would think. And it appears that the closer and more you move that way, that you're hearing the onrush of this water, but it appears to be getting closer. But you also notice, Danny, along the side of the edge of this cavern, along the walls, natural walls, something catches your eye real quick. You see what appears to be some type of drawing with some type of maybe charcoal or some type of primitive stuff that was made. You see what appears to be a painting of one of those creatures that you chased before. It appears to be about 4 foot tall, and this one has a lot of long hair, but it's falling off of it, and this big thick beard. But I mean, you can tell about the short, stocky stature of it. It fits that description. And it's standing there holding a spear. And you see like some signals drawn next to it and stuff.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'll say, since I just have a torch, it wouldn't be a steady light. So I'll say, Salvador, bring that lamp over here for me.
Yeah, Salvador will come with the lamp. And,
and as you all approach, you can all see what was described then as Danny shows it to you, and you can see it the light.
You said there's like symbols here. Would I be able to determine what these symbols mean?
You want to use your knowledge?
Yeah, sounds great.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to let you do it, but you're only going to have a one chance of doing this one, but you can try it.
I got a 6, so.
Yeah, you have no idea of what. I mean, this is something that's so foreign to all of you as you see the drawing of that person. I mean, it doesn't look like any human that you've ever seen before, of course. And with the symbols that are drawn around it, probably is indicating something, but you have no idea what it indicates to.
Could I like take out could I like take out some paper and like maybe copy down the drawing? I'll give it to our researchers when I get back to the camp.
Yeah, if you got paper and parchment or whatever, sure, these things you could make a quick sketch of it. Take you about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll at the very least I'll do the symbols, but I'll try to copy down like the whole drawing.
Yeah, and as you do that, you want to continue south into the area. It seems like it stays pretty much a pretty wide area going south where you've heard the water coming from.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I'll definitely take like cave paintings as like good signs that this must be like a livable area. So, yeah, I'll continue towards the towards the sound of rushing water, and again hoping that it's fresh water.
Yeah, you probably move another 20 or 30 feet, we'll say, and then it appears that this cavern continues south, the direction you're going where the not rushing water, but the echoes of the water is coming from. But it also appears that it veers off, and you can take another passage that would go back to your east.
I'm going to continue towards the moving water.
All right. You go another probably good 60 feet down as you come into this open area. It's went from about 30 feet wide to closed in about 20 feet as y'all are moving along. And sure enough, the sounds of water and stuff are picking up quite a bit. And all of a sudden, you come up on this underground stream. It seems to be about 10 feet wide, and it's just flowing through this cavern. It's very crystal clear water.
Nice. Is it still like really dark, or is there any like light coming from anywhere?
Oh, it's dark. There's no natural light at all that you've seen. I mean, you can see that 10 foot across the cavern continues going, and 10 foot across this water.
All right, I'm gonna put my hand in the water. Is it like I'm gonna reach down, kind of like at least to my elbow. How deep is it? Like, can I feel the bottom at all?
No, you don't feel the bottom, but as soon as you put your hand in there, roll me a save.
Oh, great. 6, I failed.
Well, even though you failed, nothing happens. You reach down into some of the coldest water you've ever touched, just natural spring water up into this cavern. I mean, it's wonderful feeling to you, but nothing else happens. You don't see anything stirring in the water, but yeah, it goes deeper than your arm, shoulder length.
Nice. Then I'm gonna cup some in my hand, like my one free hand, and I'll pull it up to my mouth and sip it.
It tastes excellent. So natural spring water. I mean, it's cold, very cold.
All right, I'm gonna take time to fill up my water canteen.
I'm gonna turn towards Salvador and say, "Is there anything he won't put in his mouth?"
Doesn't surprise me. I have heard that hell can be also very cold.
Hey guys, this is really fresh, crystal clean water. I've never tasted water that's clean before. I'm definitely going to jot this down on the notes. I'm sure the mayor would be very happy to hear about this. I mean, we could get some guys with some barrels and maybe, carry back like a few barrels of fresh water. Has it rained at all since we've been here?
No, it has not rained.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't seem to rain that often here, which is odd because we're next to the beach. This will be grand. I mean, fresh water. We have to have water.
Salvador will cautiously take the water. Try some.
Yeah, crystal clear, cold as can be. Tastes great.
Okay. I will also take water. Might it be a good idea to find where the spring bubbles to the surface rather than being inside of a cave?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I guess
clearly
we follow
of the demons on the wall.
Yes.
Well, I guess we could either follow it upstream to see if we can figure out where it flows in from, or follow it down and figure out where it flows out of.
Yeah, by the description of where you're at, you notice that if you continue south, you would have to cross the stream to continue south in the cavern. It's probably a 10 foot across to go across, and the stream itself is pretty much traveling east or west with a few bends in it, from what you can see so far.
I'm not sure if we could jump this or not. I mean, like, it seems pretty wide. I mean, we might could get build like a lightweight bridge or something one day and come back and cross it. But do you want to like travel upstream and try and see where it's coming in at, or go down and try and see where it goes out at?
Down would be better if we can do it, but I feel that we cannot cross the river, as you said.
No, like, I'm not saying like cross the river. I'm just saying like follow the stream down.
Yeah, I'm all for following the stream down.
As you say that, Danny, and trying to come up with something, you notice the cavern walls are very close to the stream. There seems to be no walking path that you can go downstream. I mean, if you go downstream, you're going to have to get into the water and walk itself. I mean, it's very treacherous cliff cavern area that you're not going to be able to have enough room to even walk by.
Okay. Can we go upstream?
You start upstream a little bit. There's enough path that you go about 20 feet, and it turns into the same thing where it just goes into the cavern wall.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, like, unless we get in the water, we're not going to be able to follow it. So we would have to like leave the cave and try and figure out, the direction we walked and everything.
What's good? Do you have a map? So there's no place else we can go without crossing the water.
Yeah, it appears at this point from taking a look at everything that pretty much the only way you're going to be able to go is back the way you come in, or to actually cross the 10 foot across to where the cavern continues.
Well, there was another tunnel that broke off from the main, or what we consider to be the main one. We could explore down that if you wanted to.
I think that's a fine idea, young man.
All right. Well, then I'll lead us back up that way, and we'll see what else this tunnel hides.
Yeah, you go back to where it splits off, and you follow it about 20 feet in, and it narrows down to about a 10-foot wide passage. And then it appears to make almost like a Y, where you can take either junction into Y.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything on me. I want to try to mark this area. I don't seem to have any chalk or anything like that.
Well, we have a torch, so we can use a torch to. It's stone, right, Tony?
Yeah, all natural stone and rock, right?
Yeah, we just put the torch close to the wall for a few seconds. It will leave a charcoal stain.
Okay, good idea. Yeah, so I'll do that. So we can know where we came from.
All right. You want to go? Which way do you want to go? Right or left of the Y?
Left will be the way we haven't gone, right?
You haven't been either way.
Oh. Wait, so I led us back to what I thought we were going, and then it breaks up again?
Yeah, I mean, you moved in 20 feet down, roughly. And when you did, it makes another like a Y from there.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to mark the wall where we were at, and good adventurers go left.
All right. And you move in, it's still about 10 feet wide as you move down that way, and you come into a area that expands out, which seems like it's about a 20 by 40 area that you're into now.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
You're in an area that's about 20 by 40. As you took the left passage, you come into an open cavern area. It appears to be about a 20 by 40 area.
Is there any like say grass or anything like that on the ground that would look
No.
like maybe people have lived here? Okay.
Nope, it's all rock and natural cavern. But you do see something as you're shining your torch light around. You see what appears to be an area that there's something that's kind of piled up in one of the corners.
Something crawled up in a corner?
Piled up in a corner.
Oh, piled. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I'll point that out. No, look, there's something in the corner over there.
Salvador will walk over there with his pistol drawn.
Maybe I should put it in my mouth.
There you go. And he'll kind of kick at it a little bit with his toe.
Yeah, and once you get up there closer to it, Salvador, and maybe put some light on it, you can see it's seems to be a bunch of old rotted leather that is piled up. That is just kind of all piled up there. But as soon as you kick it, you are surprised as you stick your foot into this gray mass of oozy stuff. And as you do, you will take 3 points of damage as this gray acidus ooze just wraps around your leg. And everybody can roll initiative.
Oh, crap.
And we will go with Sister Mary.
I've got a 6. I don't think my hawk would be in here. I think it's outside because it would be weird to bring a hawk inside of the cave, I think.
That sounds good to me. What about Salvador?
1.
All right. How about Danny?
8.
All right, Salvador, lead us up.
I'm going to take the chimney of the lantern and kind of press it up against the gray ooze to see if the heat will drive it back from me.
It does not. It seems to just be coming more up onto you and stuff at this point. Is that it?
I will try scraping it off with the muzzle of my pistol.
Alrighty. You're doing that for right now. Mary?
I yell, we may have to take the leg. And I'm going to run forward. I don't have anything, so I'm not going to shoot. So I'm just going to go forward and see if there's like a rock or something I can pick up off the ground. And, that's like a large-ish rock, like, larger than like a fist size. And I'll take that and I'm going to try to help scrape the stuff off with it once I find a rock.
I'm going to say this round, you'll spend this round trying to find you a sizable rock. It will work for you to do that. Danny, what are you going to
do? Danny says, I'm glad I didn't put that stuff in my mouth. And and then he's going to, he grabs his arm and he starts to pull. And it looks like he's pulling, from his skin, this long, string. And when he pulls that out, it's a sling. And it was just, wrapped around his arm like a bracelet. But because of the way he pulls it and everything, it looks like he pulls it straight out of his skin. And then he'll flick his hand and there's a stone in it now that he puts into the sling. And he'll go ahead and swirl that sling around and try and sling it at that gray ooze.
All right.
And I hit a 17.
Yeah, your sling will hit it.
It does 4 points of damage to the ooze. If it takes.
All right. This oozy stuff is encircling up your leg and stuff, Salvador, your armor, and you'll take another 4 points of damage as it does. And you also, as you use your butt of your pistol as you're trying to scrape it off, you see the wooden butt of your pistol just dissolve and just shoo. And what kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather.
You see your leather armor start boiling and just start falling apart on its own as this ooze is working its way up.
I fall unconscious due to shock.
Are you at 0 itself, or
I'm at 0, yes.
roll me just a straight save then?
Oh, yes.
You made it?
That's a natural 20 on my save.
All right. You are going to be conscious. You're still conscious, and you'll be at 1 HP then.
Okay.
And we'll go to the next round. What about Sister Mary?
4.
All right. Salvador?
11.
And Danny?
5.
All right, Sister Mary, lead us out.
Okay, so I'm going to try to scrape the stuff off of his leg. Is it climbing up his leg anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be encircling and just wrapping around his leather armor. You see his leather armor just bursting and boiling and falling apart, and you see the discarded pistol laying there without a hilt to it at all. It's just the wood is just completely dissolved.
All right, I'm going to try to use the piece of stone that I picked up to scrape it off.
Yeah, you can go over and do that. That's you're working on that. That's fine.
I'll say to him, crawl away, man, as I do it.
Danny, we're up to you now.
Yeah, Danny's not really sure what to do at this point. I mean, he doesn't want to smack the goo again because A, he's not sure how effective it is, and B, he doesn't want to hit Salvador. So let's see. He's going to take out. I got a shovel. I'm going to take out a shovel, and I'm going to rush over there with my shovel, and I'm just going to try and scrape it off him with the shovel.
Yep, you can go over and help Sister Mary do that. The ooze, you will take 3 points of damage now, so that's going to put you at -2, I believe. Salvador?
Yes.
All right, roll me a save at -2.
No. That is a 7.
Roll me a D100 then. Yep.
8. Oh, a D100?
Yep.
85.
Phew, that's not good at all. Your armor is pretty much dispersed by now, and this gray ooze is starting to wrap around you yourself, and you just feel pressure internally. I mean, you feel all this pressure building up internally as this gray ooze is starting to dissolve into your skin now. And speaking of that, it is up to your turn, Salvador. You're going to be unconscious as this stuff is going into you. The rest of you see him fall unconscious as you see his armor just disappear and fall off of him. This gray ooze is encircling up around his chest cavity and stuff.
God.
The soldier is going to run over and start helping scrape stuff off of some rocks he found also. And we're up to the next round. What'd you get, Mary?
Oh, sorry. 9.
All right. What about Salvador?
Sorry, 7.
7, okay. And what about Danny boy?
5.
Lead us out, Danny. You've seen all this happen. You see that Salvador is laying there unconscious, and you just see the stuff eating through his skin right now.
Shit. I mean, is scraping at it doing anything at all?
Oh, yeah, you're getting some of it off. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then I'm just going to continue with the shovel, trying to do my best to scrape it away.
All right.
There goes my there goes my intestines.
Yeah.
The soldier and Salvador are tied at 7. The soldiers continue to scrape also. Salvador, you're unconscious. Mary, you're up next.
So it's not on his leg anymore, right? It's on like his midsection and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it just started down at his legs and just went up all. I mean, yeah, that's covered his whole body up to that point now. This thing is just massive, oozy stuff.
So I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm gonna grab the torch, which I'm assuming that Danny dropped because he's using the shovel now. And I'm gonna grab the flame and I'm gonna say, "The light of the Lord will cleanse you." And I'm gonna jam the torch against the ooze / Salvatore.
Yeah, and you do that, and when the flame touches it, it seems like it just disperses off of it. It has no effect at all in this thing. And as you do that, Sister Mary, you almost hear, in a way, a cry come out. Maybe you think it came from Salvador, but you see this massive, great oozy stuff just lunge straight off of his body towards you now. Whew. That's going to hit as you are. Sorry, what are you? You're wearing leather armor too, right?
Yeah, I'm 15. Can I? This is not damage. This is an attack. Can I use my prayer thing to try to avoid it?
Yeah, this is an attack. So yeah.
Okay. 1.
All right.
So
this ooze lunges and jumps at you, and some divine intervention. It slings past you. Then.
Yep. Did it leave him though when you did that, or just extended off of him?
You can see there's still like spots on them, but I mean, not anything like the large was. It seems like the mass of it come towards you.
Oh, great. So yeah. I mean, if I can, also, I'm going to say, get him out of here, and I'll try to keep its attention.
Yep, and we'll be up to the next round, man. So let's see. What did Mary get?
12.
All right. What about Salvador?
11.
And Danny?
2.
A 2, you say?
2, yeah.
Yeah, go first, Danny.
Okay. Yeah, Danny's gonna say to Rodriguez, "Get him out of here," and then he's gonna take his water cantina, and I'm gonna try and like splash water on this gray ooze.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the cold water that you got from the spring.
Yep.
Yeah, you throw it on it, and it just disperses off as it rolls off and seems to have no effect. You yell at Rodriguez, he's being up next. He grabs the unconscious Salvador and starts pulling him out of harm's way. This great ooze mass circles back around, and it is going to come towards you, Danny, as you threw the water on it. And it lunges at you. You'll take 2 points of damage as it jumps up on your legs now as you take 2 points of damage and it's on your legs. And we're up to Salvador's unconscious. How about you, Mary?
Okay, so seeing that, I mean, I have a mace, but I feel like that's going to hit him too. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take my mace. And I'm going to say a prayer. I'm going to try to whack this ooze. Not the part that's on him, obviously. If I can.
Yep, just don't get a 1.
Yeah, I'll try not to. 4, so that's not a 1 at least.
Yeah, you try so safely that you miss everything then.
Yeah. Whiff.
And we'll be up to the next round, I guess. What'd you get, Mary?
7.
The soldier and Salvador are moving out of the way, so they'll be out of everything. Danny?
I got an 8.
The oozy stuff got a 2, so it continues to go up your legs. Whew, you'll take 4 points of damage now, Danny.
We're getting.
It's going up your legs and just encircling you. What kind of armor are you wearing? Bristol?
I'm sorry, Danny. He's just wearing clothes.
Yeah, his clothes he's almost naked now from the bottom down then.
Nice.
We're up to you, Sister Mary.
Okay, so all right. I'm gonna just swing in with the mace.
All right.
Say, try to get away. 9.
Yep, miss.
Yep.
Danny, this stuff is coming up on you rapidly, like you saw it do Salvador, and you see your clothes just turning in shreds and falling off of your body.
Mm-hmm. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to hand the map that I've been making to Sister Mary, and I'm going to say, run! Tell them about the fresh water.
All right.
That's I'm not, I mean, I can't. I mean, I don't, at this point, I don't think there's really much I can do. So, you know.
All right, well, up to the next round. And Mary, what'd you get on your D12?
3.
All right. What'd you get, Danny?
11.
Lead us out, Mary.
Okay, I take the map, and I take a few steps back, and I say a quick prayer, and I head to the door.
Yeah, you're running out where Salvador is being drug out by the soldier. This Uzi stuff continues up your body, Danny. You'll take 3 points of damage now. What does that put you at?
2.
Huh?
2.
Good Lord, how many hit points did you have to start with?
7. Did I take damage and not record it?
I don't know. I thought you were quite good.
How many did I take last time? I recorded 2 and I just recorded 3.
Yeah, I thought you, but that's fine. I thought you had more, but it's no big deal. I mean, it's up to you now.
Maybe I missed some.
It's no big deal. It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. So since Danny is convinced that he really can't do anything, yeah, he's just going to grab this slime and he's just going to fall on top of it, and hope that he can keep it from getting to the rest of his party.
As you do that, Danny, and I guess maybe you're still holding the torch or whatever?
No, because the sister picked it up because I dropped it to have my shovel.
So you're in complete darkness.
Yep.
Okay. Good enough.
Yeah. If I can get, where's Rodriguez doing? I guess this is the next round before I can say anything, right?
Yeah, he's pulling Salvador out of the cave or going away.
All right, I got a 12 on this next
All right.
round. So we'll do something.
What about Danny?
7.
All right, Danny, go first.
Okay. I'm in complete darkness. I'm assuming I still have this ooze in my hand.
Oh yeah, I mean you're pretty much naked now. I mean it's just eat all of your clothes away, and you can start feeling, your skin being pressed in with it.
Okay, great. I'm going to punch it.
All right.
And I got a 12 to hit.
You hit him.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Then I hit him for max damage for 6 damage.
You see a bunch of it flake off of you and stuff, and well, I don't know, you're in darkness, but anyway, you feel a bunch of it flake off of you and stuff. There's still some on you though. As we go to it next, then you'll take 1 point of damage this time.
I'm down to 1.
Wow.
All right, Sister Mary.
I always end up in these really epic battles.
Yes, I'm gonna hand the map to Rodriguez, and then I'm going to run back with pulling out a flask of oil as I go. And my plan is, as soon as I get back to the edge of the room, I'm going to throw the oil at the creature. Yeah. I figure it's going to kill him too, but I don't want this creature to be dead.
Did you have you're holding a torch and a flask of oil, right?
Yep.
All right, so you'll be able to see where Danny is. Sure. You can throw the oil and get it in the area fine. We'll save this round.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the next one. All right. What'd you get, Mary?
6.
What about Danny?
7.
The ooze stuff had a 3. So Danny, you'll take 5 points of damage this time.
Oh, man.
So I put you at -4, boy.
Yeah, -4.
Roll me a save at -4.
All right. Oh, wow. I rolled an 18 minus 4. That's a 14. So I actually made it. I made it on the dot.
Great. You're still conscious at 1 HP, so mark down you're at 1 HP right now.
Yep.
All right, Mary, you see Danny struggling with this thing and almost beat her out, but he's still going. And you may, since you had the torch, you may see some of this stuff that's been knocked away from him. You have no idea what happened, of course, but you see a lot of it's dispersed away from him now.
So I'm going to yell to him as I run in with the torch to light the oil. I'm going to say, "Run if it lets go. Either way, your soul will be free." And I light the oil.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did you already throw the oil?
Yeah, it's really last round.
Oh, okay. Can I change what I do then?
I'm going to say no. Should have been paying attention.
I'm sorry. Dang it! I had a heroic idea I wanted to do, but I thought she had to run last time, and she was going to throw it this time.
But it's your turn now. You can do what you want to after Mary. You had a 7.
Okay, cool. So what I want to do is, if I realize I'm coated with this oil, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do my little trick with the tinderbox is hidden, and I kind of raise my hands as this is my last trick I'll ever perform, and I'll say not really to anyone, just sort of just out, almost to the universe or to the Lord or something. I'm just gonna say thank you for allowing me to perform, and I'm going to stroke my hand up this oil, and at the same time flick that tinderbox, and it looks like I just light myself on fire as I'm still holding this ooze with my hand. I'm just gonna light myself up.
All right. We'll go to the next round real quick. Mary?
Got 6 again.
All right, Danny?
2.
You set yourself and the ooze on fire, from my understanding. You
Yep.
see the fire burning completely off of this ooze as it seems to have no effect on it all. So I guess you can narrate Danny's death for me then, because 1 HP and him burning alive is not going to...
Yeah, so he looks down on it, and he sees that the fire has absolutely no effect on the ooze, and so he, as best he can, says, "Run!" as he falls into the flames, burning to death.
Oh, man, okay. This ooze disperses off your burning flesh, Danny, and Sister Mary, you watch it as it kind of coalesces back together. The parts that come off of it, Danny, or however it come off, you see all the coalesce back together and go back to the corner where all that rotting leathers and stuff is. And it's up to you now, Mary.
Okay. Since it looks like he's probably perished, I'm going to say a prayer over him, and I'm going to then sadly walk away.
Yep, you walk away, and I'm sure Rodriguez is up there with Salvador. He was waiting, 30, 40 foot of waiting for y'all to come back. And after you share the unfortunate news of what has happened to Danny, Salvador, of course, is still unconscious. So what would y'all like to do?
Well, since he was so kind enough to do it to me, I'm going to bind his wounds.
Okay. Make me a save first.
I'm sorry. 17. I made it. Okay.
All right. Give him 1d3 HP back then.
Let's see what you got. 2 on the die, so 1.
Still at
So
-1.
No, you actually beat 0, so you're back up to 2 HP
0?
now. You're back up to 2 HP if that's what you got back.
2. Yep.
You were just pretty much unconscious. But you were going to have some internal injuries, of course.
Yeah.
God, session 2 may be the last session we ever do. Wow, we may have to start off a whole new crew of people next time. All right, anyway, You get Salvador, you're able to bind him and cover him up enough to stop any more internal stuff right now that you think, Sister Mary. So, of course, the soldier's sitting there, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, doing anything you tell them to do. So at this point, what would y'all like to do?
Well, I think we need to get our comrade back to the camp. Luckily, Danny had marked the trees, so we should have an easy time following the trail. And I instruct Rodriguez to carry, Salvador, and I'll take my rifle out to basically be the cover, and we'll head back towards camp, I guess.
Yeah, you traverse yourself back down the cavern the way you come from, and start your way back up. You can see you're going up the incline to go back onto the ground itself, and come out by this big rock and everything, and you're able to help Rodriguez get Salvador out, and y'all come back out on that rock, and everybody, let's see, everybody roll me a d6. It's still alive and kicking.
4.
What about you, Salvador?
A 1.
That's good. Salvador, you look up as they're helping you out, the soldier, and you look up, and this is what you see. You see a group of 4 humanoid figures standing there. They appear to be about 4, maybe 4.5 foot tall. They're all very stocky, very broad build. You see one of them with a very thick beard and mustache and a full set of hair that's flowing down. You see the other 3 are completely shaved heads, completely shaved faces, but you see these markings on them. You don't know if they're permanently ingrained or if it's painted on with some type of paint as they're standing there. And they're all holding spears and clubs and stuff. The one that has the long hair flowing looks towards your group and he goes, Charlie. That is where we are going to end session 2 of A New Beginning, New World Order.
Aha.